Hello. 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 Success. Lose it. Correct.
ಏನ್ರಿ
Hello, students. Sir is joining another 5 minutes, okay?
వాడితో అనుబంధం నాకు తెలియకుండానే పెరిగిపోయింది.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, everybody. Sorry for the delay. How many students are there today? 61 participants are there. Okay, good to see you all back. Without much ado, we will get started. I know you've been waiting for me. So can I, like yesterday, can all the students raise their hands so that we can get started quickly? All the students, please raise your hands so that I can identify the students. All right, quickly, all of you settle down. If you were slightly distracted because of the delay, come back to your screens and raise your hands quickly, all of you. All the students. Okay, so I see about, yeah, roughly the number that was there yesterday, students who. All right, so I'm just trying to recognize some of the names from yesterday's. 18 participants raised their hands. So just about 18 students. Are the rest all non-students? Whoever is a student, please raise your hand. Student, I mean, as in student for this session, right? You could be a working professional, but if you're a student and you've enrolled for this program and you are attending this session, then raise your hand. Okay, so we have 19. All right, so I see some familiar names. I see Sadiq with his video on. All the others can also switch on their videos. Those of you, what about the centers? Kyonik Subli is there. And so am I audible to everybody? I'm assuming I'm audible to everybody. So if I'm audible, please type a yes. Please type a yes. Yes, thank you. Thank you very much. All right, so who's going to recap yesterday's session? Who's going to quickly recap in the next, I'm going to say I'm ready to do the job.
Chandrakant from Hubli Kyonik, sir.
All right, so Chandrakant has taken the initiative. Please go ahead and recap whatever you understood from yesterday's session. It'll be good if you can recap in the same sequence. Don't repeat everything. We were there, all the students were there. We did this exercise. Don't explain the exercise to me. Explain in a brief, if you did an exercise, what was the exercise about and what were the learnings, basically, right? So I don't want narration of what exactly in terms of how many students were there and what was the exercise. All that I already know. So maybe briefly touch upon the exercise and tell me what you understood, what you learned, what was the gist of it. Okay, go ahead. Yes, Chandrakant.
So yesterday, with a surprise, a team was thrown into a surprise crisis situation where the team was expected to come out of the crisis with available resources like time, money, and all other resources available at the situation place.
Money as well?
Money in normal office kind of situations, money will be there, sir.
No, but in the situation yesterday was money going to be useful?
Money not useful, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and the teams tried their best to come out of the crisis. And the learning was it was about team planning. First of all, making the teams aware of the situation, then planning as how to come out of the situation, then shedding their egos, working for the team's goal, and team effort. So these were all the highlights of yesterday's learnings.
Okay. Okay, who else? Is that all? Anything else you wanted to share, Chandrakant?
Yeah, only these also.
Okay, good. Thank you. Anybody else wants to join Chandrakant and update on anything beyond what he has said? Jeevan, right? Jeevan is there behind you. Jeevan, that's Jeevan. Good. Good to see you. Okay, so who else? Someone from some other center or individuals? Who will recap quickly? Is it so difficult?
Hi,
Yes,
sir. I'm Samya here.
yes,
I
Soumya.
would recap for like around 1 minute or so.
Okay.
So firstly, we got to know about the recent trends. Like uh, explained us on recent trends that is happening in the market now and why. And you asked us like why you are here and what is that is making you to be here and learn the technology, and what do you understand from that, and what
Okay.
are you expecting. After that, we were given assignment, like thinking about a natural calamity that is happening around and what we would do and what is our priority, what would be the objects that we will be needing in the vicinity that we'll be collecting, and how we are going to use it. And then as a team, how we are going to mix up the list that we have collected as an individual. And then how do we together, how do we prioritize those lists. And then from that assignment we got to learn that how teamwork is how teamwork is important for a project to be successful. And like how we have to make the the resources available in and around, and what we have to do when we are put in a limitation, and how to make best use of it, and how to individual may not be always correct, but we have to collect the team's feedback also when we are developing something, and concluding something on a product or something.
Okay.
And from that we moved on ahead, and you explained us about AI, VR, AR, IoT, or whatever latest technologies that is there in the market, and what that can do to ease our life, or um, yeah, to ease our life. And you gave us an assignment to find out 5 best technologies that is in trend today, and what is the real world application of those.
Okay. Good. Thank you, Soumya. What about your video? Why isn't your video on, by the way?
Yeah, like I said, sir, I'll be joining from the desktop, so I would not
Okay. So
be
is that going to be every day? You're not going to be there on video?
almost same. So I'll try to switch on, but yeah, it is almost the same.
Okay. Why the desktop? You don't have a camera facility?
No, actually I log in from desktop and I don't have laptop, so that's the reason.
Okay. See if you can arrange for a camera. It'll be nice to interact face to face. Okay.
Yeah, sure. I'll try to join from my mobile if possible.
All right. But audio is pretty clear. In case it's going to be a big challenge, it's better this way. Yeah. So I don't want
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
video
Yeah.
and everything getting messed up if you were trying to do that. All right.
Sure.
All right. Who else? Thank you, Soumya. Who else will recap? Anything else? Anyone else wants to add to Soumya or Chandrakant? Anyone wants to add to Soumya or Chandrakant? Nobody wants to add?
Sir, also you added some problem solving techniques. You explained what is problem solving, and why, like if some problems comes to our life or in any technical field or in a social field, how to first of all we should apply the 3 methods: what, why, and how. So first of all we have to analyze what is the problem, then why it has been a problem now, and how to solve it. So you light upon these 3 ideas also, sir, yesterday. And you gave the assignment on the latest technology.
Okay. All right. So good to see that some of you have recapped, and I hope all the others are in alignment. So the rest of you who did not, thank you, Sarik. So the rest of you who did not share your recap or for whatever reasons, I'm assuming you're completely clear with whatever we did yesterday. If you're clear, can you type a yes in the chat box? Can I see some yeses in the chat box? All right, wonderful. So that means all the others are absolutely crystal clear about. So now I'm going to ask questions to all those who did not do the recap. This question is only for them. Okay, so I'm going to check. So besides these 3 people, Sadik, Chandrakant, and Soumya, I'm going to either pick up, if you don't answer, I'm going to pick up those. First I'll give you a chance to speak. Okay. So I want an answer from the previous, all these other students. Why did we do the exercise 2 times? Once we did it individually, and the second time we did it with a group. Why did we do it that way? And what was the learning from that? Why did we do it that way? And what was the learning from that? This
Hello,
question is, yes, who wanted to speak?
Aisha from Dynamic Infotech.
Yes, Aisha, go ahead.
So, I think it's the difference between individual and team. So you told us to do in first in individual, then in teamwork, so that we can understand the difference between individual and the team.
So what difference? What difference?
Difference in the sense, I can say individual, we think just about ourselves and how we will be like, how we will secure for ourselves. In team, we'll think of everyone. So, in my opinion, I thought in that way.
So what's the big difference? What's the big problem in thinking about ourselves? We can always think about ourselves. I mean, our
We can
priority
think of
might be different, right? So my priorities are 10 different things. The team's priorities collectively is some other thing. So what's the problem in that?
No, sir. Thinking of ourselves is good. I won't say that is bad, but thinking of others is also good. I mean, when you gave me, literally, I'm telling, when you gave me that for individual, I was just thinking of my points. I'll do this for me, this for me. Just they were all my points. Then when you told for a team, then we thought, I think we should think of everyone. So this is what.
Okay, that is one good point. You try to think of everyone. So that is you're being nice to everyone and you're being inclusive of everybody, right? So that is what you're saying. So that is one lesson. What is the other lesson? Anyone else? Thank you, Aisha.
Hello.
The others.
Hello,
Thank
sir.
you, Aisha. Yeah, Uzma.
Good afternoon, sir. Sir, the other point
I would like to see you all on cameras if you're speaking, okay? If you want to next time speak, please have your cameras on.
Okay.
I can't speak to only names on black screens. Go ahead, Uzma. This time I will allow you, but next time onwards, whoever wants to speak, they should have a camera.
My courage to come on camera, sir. This is my first time attending Zoom meeting and all. This is my first time. So I just a little bit shy.
So then if supposing it's a job interview, are you going to answer like this?
No, sir.
Others are also there. There are so many others, and you speak well. You seem to be speaking well.
Yes.
If you are going to be shy, what about the others who, some of them?
No, I am trying to gather courage to come in front of you and talk.
So I'm not,
I have broken English, so
okay.
That's the reason I can't come in front of everyone.
But your English seems to be very good. It seems to be very good to me. I mean, I don't see any reason why you should feel shy. And the other thing is, this is the opportunity to break your, break your shyness and be confident in speaking, because here we are not judging you. In fact, if you don't come, then we will, then it will be like, I mean, whoever is marking the students, they will say that they didn't participate. But if you have a camera and if you can, please go ahead and switch on. If still you feel very shy, whoever is your center head or someone, I mean, with whom you're working, please try and collaborate with them and figure out a way to come out of that and become more confident. All right.
Hey, thank you, sir. I will try my best.
Sure. Go ahead.
Can you allow me today?
Yeah. I mean, I'll leave it to you. I mean, it's not me allowing anyone or not allowing. It's a good opportunity for all of you to interact and learn. So it's up to you. I'm not here to allow or disallow anyone. Okay. I'm just going to encourage you. And if you can take that opportunity, well and good. Otherwise, there is always a next time, right?
Okay, sir.
Yep. Go ahead.
No. Okay, sir. So yesterday was the very best session that I have attended earlier. thank you for the your
The
class
learning.
and all, sir.
Okay.
Yesterday, what I learned about your assignment and all, that you gave us the individual situation and teamwork situation.
Mhm.
In this course, we are going to work with, when we complete this course, we are going to have a job and work in a team.
Okay.
So whenever we are going to create a new product and all,
Mhm.
we need to work in a team. So individually we cannot touch every aspect of the any of the product which we are going to launch in the market, or any application which we are going to launch. If we do it in a team, that makes us easy to understand the different needs of people, and how we can maximum we can touch the, make the application or the product or any other thing we are going to create, that will touch everyone's need, I think.
Excellent point, Uzma. Exactly the point that I wanted to hear from the students. So I'm still curious why you are shy and why you don't want to come up, because none of the others have spoken this point and you are the only one who spoke this point. And I'm surprised you're still feeling shy and you don't want to come. It's the actual point that you brought up, right? Basically,
Yes.
you were saying, and you related it with products and you related it with the technologies and the solutions. That is another level of expertise that you've showcased today, right? Not just with the exercise. The exercise was a scenario for you to learn this thing. And I'm so happy that you have connected that with the actual digital solutions and tools. So the point you tried to bring out is, in a team, we will be able to listen to different perspectives, certain perspectives, and therefore in a team, when the relevant people are there together, they will all think together, and it's quite possible that points that you have missed out might come up from somebody else, and it becomes a holistic solution. That's the point you're trying to say, Uzma, right?
Yes, sir. Because
Yes,
of
so
my
that's a
broken
wonderful point.
English, I can't talk whatever I wanted to tell in
So
my mother
you were able to
language.
communicate. You were able to communicate, and I was able to understand. So don't feel, that you're not able to communicate because of that camera thing. You might lose big time. You might lose some opportunities, right? So you should not. You have a lot of things that you want to share, and you're not able to come out of that shell, which is actually very small. You just have to be on the camera. It is in my case here in this session. I said, okay, go ahead. But in an actual interview or some other situation, someone might just say, no, we will not allow. And then an excellent point which you had, you might lose out just because of your, shyness. So I will, that's a different area, but I will still encourage you to, work on that and come out of it. There are, so many students I see, I don't want to judge anyone, but there are different kinds of students and different types. And I think your way of thinking, the way you answered it, it'll stand amongst one of the best, right? So I just wanted to congratulate you on that. Also to encourage you to come out of your shyness. Okay. So, yes. So coming back to the point, first point is, yes, it is inclusive. I think Aisha mentioned that, as individuals will be only thinking about ourselves, and it is, when you think in teams, it is good to think about everyone else's perspective, which is a very altruistic and it's a very nice, noble thing to do. Very good. That is one point. The second point is, as individuals, we might not be able to think about everything, which is in our interest also, especially when you're building a product and solutions using all of these things. When you think in a team and when you work as a team, different ideas will come and it becomes a holistic solution, right? It becomes even more richer than as individuals, right? So that's the idea of that exercise. Two important points that we covered. Anything else? Anyone else wants to share? Thank you, Uzma. Anyone else wants to share any of the other points?
Hello. Hi, sir.
Yes, Vinayak, go ahead.
Sir, in it, by the yesterday, we got some information like there is a strength in unity, sir.
There is, sorry?
There is a strength in unity.
Strength in
Unity, sir.
togetherness, unity.
Yes, sir. By discussing upon the by the team,
Yeah,
sir.
so if you look at it philosophically and from that perspective, yes, that's actually the point. There is strength in thinking collectively, right? So, like for example, even now, it's a direct. So when I'm asking you all questions, she brought up a point, and someone else brought up another point. Some of you might not have thought of that point, but now you know the point. Now you know the answer, right? So individually, we may not know, but together, when we all come together and learn, there is so much more that we can do together, right? So that's the idea. World when you're working in projects and programs and building new solutions and all of that, right? Wonderful. Thank you, Vinay.
Thanks, sir.
And so you were the one who was outside your yesterday you were standing outside your office or something. Today you're in a room, right?
Yes, yes, sir.
Yes, good to see you in a room and in an atmosphere where you can actually focus on the session. All right, so let's get started with the assignment. Who's ready?
I'm working, sir.
Now you're working. Okay. So hopefully you'll be able to pay attention to the session as well. Okay. So let's get back to the assignment. Who's ready with the assignment? Can I?
I would like to initiate.
Sorry. Okay. Sadiq is ready. Okay. Just waiting for this moment when I'm going to ask when the assignments. That's why he did not take the opportunity to recap first. He said, my time, I will speak when I get the opportunity for the assignment. So that's how I'm. So what is your, and the others, whoever is ready, it's the buzzer round. Only 5 people will get a chance to share their assignments, okay? And we're going to give you points for sharing your assignments. The rest of you, although you might have done your assignment, if you don't hit the buzzer when you're given the chance, you will not get an opportunity to answer. Okay, so Sadiq gets the first turn because he's immediately jumped on it. And after that, whoever is ready, as soon as I say the next one, you should bounce on that opportunity. So yes. Whoever else is not speaking, please go on mute.
I'm ready, sir.
Share your response to the assignment. Let's hear from you.
I'm ready,
Okay.
sir.
Yeah, so Bhavani, you will come next.
Yes, sir.
After Sadiq, it'll be your turn. Okay. All right.
Sir, I would like to share my screen, sir. I have logged in with another account.
Sure. Can you share your screen? I'm sorry.
Sir, host has disabled the participate screen sharing. I request our host to enable.
If I can give you that, can he be given the rights to share his screen? This is a question to the organizing team. Can Sadiq be given his, let me check if you can. Chat. Let me check. Kionix team, can you just check if he can be allowed to share his screen? Can you enable his screen sharing?
Okay, sir, 1 second.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so while that is happening, who is going to go after? So let's have the list of 5. Sadiq, and after that,
Soumya here.
Bhavani, who will go next?
Soumya, sir.
Soumya again. All right, Soumya, but you are not on camera, but you have something to share.
No, I don't have, but I have points to explain. So.
Okay. Okay, Soumya. Sadiq.
Yes, sir. Sir, I have shared my screen with another one of my account. Sir, is it visible, sir?
Yeah, I can see an interesting creature on screen. So is that what everybody else is able to see?
Yes,
Is
sir.
everybody able to see his screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, we can see.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir. Shall I start it?
That character from that movie, some movie or something that, quite a few movies actually. So yeah, go ahead, Sadiq.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Mohammad Sadiq, pursuing my final year BA with History, Linguistics, and English optional as my combination. So I am representing today's assignment. And I'm representing the Shimoga Kionics, Chirag Infotech from Shimoga Kionics. So, one second. Okay. So today's topic is according to the latest technologies. I have given the name tech terrain. So as you can see on the screen, tech terrain. So what is tech terrain? Let me explain. Grab it or wrap it. So why I gave this title? Because terrain means it's another synonym for sky. So in today's generation, if we just look at in our surroundings, we can see a lot of technologies which are just dominating our world, our universe, and as we know, the sky has no limit. And in the same way, I would like to say the technology has no limit. So the technology is just going beyond everything, and almost it covering the whole universe. So in this world and in this generation and in this time, if we don't try to grab it or grab our position in our uh, in that field, in the technological field, and if we don't grab the first opportunity, then I would like to say, then just wrap it, and I think we should wrap it and we just go away. So we cannot place our what name or our position in today's rapidly growing world. So moving into the next slide. So first of all, understanding what is the latest technology that we are using. So before that, I would like to give a brief detail on what is technology. So as you can see on the screen, technology is the branch of knowledge dealing with the engineering or applied sciences. Uh, so those who are from the science background, they must know what is technology. In a simple words, it's nothing but it's a kind of study or a knowledge that the humans have developed through some scientific experimental methods, preliminary testers, and they have developed a lot of machinery and equipments with the help of such knowledge. And that application of scientific knowledge and the application of such knowledge for practical purpose. And what is the use of that knowledge? The main thing is we are using that specific knowledge for developing such a kinds of beautiful machines or any other kind of devices for our practical purposes, especially in industry, or we can take it in our daily lives too. Okay. Next. So if we go on talking about the latest technologies, we can list hundreds of technologies which are just dominating our today's society and today's world. So from those technology, for example, there are a lot of technologies like cloud computing, artificial intelligence, and virtual realities, and etc., etc., and etc. So with all those technologies, according to our limitation from the assignment, I have just selected 3 technologies because I would like to say to sir that I had exams today, so I couldn't able to prepare a lot of technologies. So I just took the 3 technologies. So let's see what are those technologies. So I took the genomics. The first one is genomics, and the second one is virtual reality or augmented reality, and the third one is Internet of Things. I hope most of you are already aware about the virtual reality or Internet of Things. So let's see one by one. So what is genomics? Genomics. As you can see on the screen, what is the thing that is rotating in the screen? Anyone know that? Can anyone answer what's rotating on the screen?
DNA.
Okay, DNA, nice. Yeah, exactly. That is the structure of DNA. So what is the work of the DNA, or what is the relation of the DNA in the technology? Of course, as we can see, the technology is growing in such a rapid speed that we are able to study the DNAs and the structures. There are a lot of technologies that genomics is a kind of technology that is related to the study of genetics. This is DNA. In a simple words, I would like to say that the genetics is nothing but a complete set of data, which for example, we try to build the computers, we try to build some kind of gadgets with the help of some codings or user interface or etc. and etc. So we input a lot of data in such things for developing such things. In the same way, the nature or the God who has inputted a lot of data to build the human being. So what we are seeing, the human beings, we are also built through a kind of data. So all the working systems which in our body works, or the human that is responsible for the work of every organ and every characteristics we display. So all the whole thing, the whole data is stored in a DNA. So the DNA is present in every cell, every single cell of our body. So if you take the growing technology says this another one mind-blowing thing, that when I was in high school itself, one of my science teacher told me that one of my science teacher questioned me, is it possible for anyone to create another human being or a kind of human being? I won't say the live or a dead, but just a human being, a physical form of a human being, just with the help of a small skin tissue or a skin cell. So we didn't had a lot of knowledge at that time, so we said no sir, maybe it's not possible to create a whole human being with the help of just a cell. So at that time only our sir told me, no, it is possible, because the growing of the biotechnology, the technology in the biological field. So with the use of this minute DNA, we can build a whole cells, from cells to tissue, and we can from tissue to muscles, and we can ready a whole human being. And in the same way, it is contributing in the studies of the DNA and the diseases. Whatever disease the human being feels or he suffers from, majorly we go to the hospital and we give the blood test. They test the DNA and the blood, and they will find out what is the problem is in our body. So these genomics, which is a really growing technology in the biological field, which helps us to study the DNAs, the structuring, and there is some CTGC. I am not from the science background, so I don't have perfect knowledge about that. So we can study the structure of the DNA, the working of the DNA, and how, for example, in the recent times we faced the coronavirus, isn't it? So at the time of the coronavirus, artificial intelligence or the growing technology, which helped us to insert the mRNA and copy the data from the DNA, and through that it was able to crack the DNA, sorry, crack the virus, and it helped us to produce the vaccine. In the same way, this technology helps in the biological term. So it helps in quantifying your genes and producing a producing a lot of other genes also. So this was about the genomics, in which our technology is being improved to study our human body or human cells or human genetics. So if we move on our next topic, that is next technology, that is virtual reality and augmented reality. In the simple words, virtual reality is nothing but it enhances the environment. As we can see, as you can see on the screen, the boy is wearing a VR, a virtual reality, some type of cap. So he's wearing it. It's nothing but it just enhancing the environment. It's capturing the environment which in which we are living in, and it enhancing, and it is giving a real effect. But if you can observe, he is not holding any type of joysticks. But in today's technology, I didn't got the a picture. So, but the technology is growing in such a rapid way that we can feel it also. Not only we can see the environment in a 3D form or a 4D form, but also we can feel it. Just for example, if anyone is really much interested in games and all, so he must have researched it about it, or he must have used it by wearing a VR and holding some joysticks, so which give a vibration to our skin and our body. So that technology helps us to, for just for example, if we say if you are fighting, if I am playing a game which is about fighting the wars and all, so I am wearing a VR and I am holding those joysticks, which is giving me a real effect that I am, yes, I am standing in between the actual war field and I am fighting the war. So this is the a boon from the virtual reality, I would like to say, that it is giving for our human kind. So primarily it has been used for the gaming till now, but also if you check on the Google Maps, how many of you have used the Google Maps? If you have used the Google Maps for going some places, so you might have seen there is an option of 360 view. That is also, I would like to say, it's a boon from the virtual reality, where you can check, where you can see the environment, or where you can see the region where you want to go in a 360 way, in a 360 format. uh, in a 360 format. Also, recently when I was about to visit Shringeri, so I had a dental appointment there. So before going to that hospital, I checked the hospital in a 3D form. So I would like to say, it's a really boon to the human society. So we can understand the actual scenarios and how the place is, and we can enjoy the reality. Okay. So the researchers had estimated that by 2023, the net worth of this technology will rise to $209.2 billion, $209.2 billion, which is a really great thing to know. And the fields which these technologies are used, I said, in the gaming field, it is majority in the gaming field. And if we look upon the other also, there are the trained doctors. Okay, so this virtual reality and augmented reality helps the doctors to train themselves in the surgeries. For example, we cannot experiment the surgeries with the what real patients, isn't it? So if we have such a technology that wearing some VRs or using some kind of tools, and we can practice real time, we can practice a surgery in real time, just as real. So of course, it's a wonderful thing, isn't it? So it's helping the doctors to practice their surgeries in a virtual mode. And also the virtual reality and augmented reality is in museums also. So in museums, if you want to visit one of the famous museums of the world, so of course we don't have that much budget to go there. So those who people don't think that they can physically go there, but of course they can take the feel of the physical presence, isn't it? So the virtual reality and augmented reality helps in today's world to feel that real thing. So I'm not going to London to visit some museum. I'm just staying in my home. I'm wearing the VRs and using the joystick to experience the real what's there in the museum. So this is also used in so it is contributing in the museums. And it also enhances the theme parks and marketing. There are some parks are being building in the virtual reality, where if you enter the park and you will just see different types of scenarios which are being created and developed through this virtual reality. So this is one of the technology which is rapidly growing in today's time. And also then if you go on to the next thing, and that is Internet of Things, IoT. So this is one of my favorite thing, that Internet of Things. So I took this especially this technology. So what is IoT? Of course, we know the things which are being connected to the internet in the simple words. So in today's time, if we can see, as you can see on the what screen, there are 4 to 5 people are just meeting, and you can see in the mobiles and the laptops. I chose that image to show you that mobiles and the laptops and the tablets and whatever the smart gadgets are present in today's world, they are being connected to the internet. They are being interconnected with the help of the IoT, with the help of this technology. So what is the use of this technology? Of course, as we discussed yesterday and in the before classes, IoT helps us to like manage things very easily. Just for example, if I say, if I have a AC or a refrigerator or a stove or a oven, whatever you take, if I have a smart gadget, if I have a smart appliance, and if I want to go to the work and I just forgot to switch off the AC or the fans or whatever lights or the door, I forgot to lock the door of the home in some pressure. So when I reached to the office, and I realized that yeah, I forgot to lock the door at that time. So without this technology, you would have to go back to your home and you have to lock the door or switch off the AC and all. But the IoT, what this technology made these things really simple. That if your appliances, if your home appliance, it's just an example, okay, home appliance. If your appliances are connected to your mobile, just imagine if your all the home appliances are connected to your mobile, and you can access wherever you want, whenever and wherever you want. Just by the one click, you can switch off your AC. Just by the one click, you can close the doors the same way. So these are the Internet of Things, which are interconnecting with a lot of different types of appliances. So the experts have said that there are 7 billion devices connected to the IoT at present time. It's approximately 7 billion devices in today's time that are being connected to the IoT, means that are being modified in a smarter appliances. Whatever you take, the AC, fan, mobile phones, etc. and etc. So they have estimated that nearly 22 billion 22 billion devices or gadgets or appliances will be produced and will be actively participating in this IoT technology. by 2025. So those who want to note it, you can note it down. So 2025, the expert estimated that 22 billion active IoT products will be there in existence by 2025. So if I give the examples for these kind of technologies, I would like to say the mobile, smart refrigerators, smart watches, and the smart fire alarms, and the smart doors, smart locks, and the smart lights. So these are, according to me, not according to me. So I chose these three topics to just give a brief explanation, not an in-depth explanation about the technology. And there are a lot more other technologies such as 3D printing, and if you can take the cloud computing, etc., etc. So this was my topic. This was all about my today's presentation. Sorry, today's presentation. I hope you understood a few things about my presentation. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Sadik. So before we proceed, thank you. I think it was you took your time and effort to put together this slide deck. I'm very happy to see that. So anyone wants to ask any questions to Sadik before I proceed further with Sadik? Is everything clear? Whatever he explained, did all of you hear him? Did you want to know a little more about something? We have the next, Sadik will be able to answer for the next 2 or 3 minutes. If anyone has any questions, if someone did not understand, you are free to ask him questions now. All right. And if you don't ask questions, I'm assuming that everybody understood what Sadik explained. And I'm going to ask you questions from Sadik's presentation, and the others will need to answer, not Sadik. Okay. So this is all for students. So all these students who were listening, obviously I'm expecting that all of you were listening. If you have any questions for Sadik, you can ask him now. And if you don't have any questions for Sadik, I'm assuming you understood everything Sadik presented, and I'm going to ask questions from Sadik's presentation, which you will need to answer. All right. All right, so nobody has any questions. You can unmute. You can unmute yourself and ask him questions if you want. Asking questions does not necessarily mean only whatever he explained and you did not understand that. Questions like whatever he explained and beyond that you want to understand something, you can ask that also, right? Asking questions is also a talent. It's a necessary skill in problem solving. When you're solving problems, how will you solve problems if you don't know what the problem is? And if you don't know what the problem is, you need to understand the problem. And how will you understand the problem? By asking questions to the right people, right? So you have to ask relevant, important, essential questions. Sometimes they might seem very simple, but still you should be able to ask those questions. At least here, don't feel, oh, my question is going to be very silly. My question is, if I ask this question, people will think I was not listening. So therefore it's okay to, he presented 3 things, and it's not necessary that in the 10-15 minutes that he presented, you are supposed to, memorize all that he presented. You might have missed out something. You can ask him now. Okay. Who wants to ask him questions? And Sadik will be very happy to answer. I'm sure he'll be very happy to answer.
Yes, sir.
Because he's done a lot of research and he's put in some time yesterday, and he'll be happy to see that people are so interested. I see a lot of chat responses saying it was a wonderful presentation. Why it was wonderful, what you liked about it. Can we get some responses?
So Chandrakant from Hubli, sir.
Everybody is silent, completely silent.
Chandrakant from Hubli, sir.
Yeah, go ahead, Chandrakant.
Congrats to Sadik, sir. He has done a wonderful work and a lot of research also, and presented in a very nice manner. So congrats to him. And he in genomics, he just mentioned that were able to find a solution or vaccine to corona, sir. Corona, which just popped up in just
so you're not asking me or telling me, okay? This is going to be an interaction between you and Sadik. You can tell him.
Yeah,
whatever you
Sadik.
thought, yeah, you have to tell him. Yeah.
Sir.
Sadik, am I audible to you?
Yes, sir. Of course, audible.
See, you just mentioned that during genomics, through these technologies, humankind were able to find a solution to corona, which popped up in 3 months and gave us just less than 6 months of time. During that 6 months of time, many countries were ready with many vaccines. To what extent they were effective, there was no research on that, but at least we were ready with the vaccine. The same way, why can't we replicate the same in our dealings with the cancer? Because see, in cancer, what's happening? Cancer is there from last 40 to 50 years. It's troubling us humans. Okay. See, in cancer, what happens? It's a chronic disease where only we are not stopping the disease from coming. But once it comes, we are just managing the disease through operations, pain management, or drugs, or tablets like that, and operations. But we are not completely stopping the cancer from into the body. So through genomics, can you throw some light on that part of the science or technology wherein we can completely eliminate cancer through the help of technology?
Okay, sir, I got your question. First of all, I would like to confess that I'm really not from the science background. I don't have any ideas in such. So I prepared this presentation today afternoon, sir, because I had a SEM exam. So according to my knowledge about the cancer, so what the cancer is, it's kind of some cell mutation in the body which takes place. Okay. So we are failing to find a technology, or we are failing to find a treatment for the cancer is because cancer is such a disease that no one till now is able to figure out how it is being mutated or how it is being produced in our body cell. Like first of all, there are 3 stages in the cancer. In the first stage, in the second stage, you will not go to know that I have cancer or not. You will be very fit and fine in the normal days. So like no technology, I'm not sure about that, but till now no one can predict that I have a cancer in my body, even if it is there in the real time. So when it comes to third stage, we will find some pains and fever and those kind of stuff. And when we go to the doctor, then they will say, yes, you have the third stage of cancer. At that time, there are some technologies or some laser technologies which help the cancer cell, or in Kannada we say gedda or something. There are some technologies that will help in burning out that cell tissue or cell mutation. But the thing is, we cannot predict, or we cannot be sure that the thing which has been eradicated, or the organ which is being attacked by the cancer tissues or the cancer cells, even if we remove 100% completely, we cannot say that it may regenerate from any part of our body. So this is the big problem in the cancer, I think, in the cancer. So till now we cannot find the right solution or the right treatment for the cancer, because you can never predict that you may suffer from the cancer, or from specific this part of the body the cancer tissues will raise, even if you remove 100% complete. So I hope this is the answer for the question. I'm really sorry I don't have such much knowledge about the science. Thank you. I hope I answered your question.
Thank you, Sadiq.
Thank
That's
you,
a good
sir.
answer.
Okay, so I just wanted to interrupt here. So see, Sadik, the question he asked was a completely new area for you, right? And it is not, in fact, it's a new area for a lot of people. And he had that question in his mind. Because I opened up, he was free to ask any question, and he tried to relate it with the topic. And you started off well. What I'm trying to emphasize here is it's not necessary that you should have answers to all the questions. Nobody will have answers to all the questions, right? So if you don't have the answer, it is okay to say, you don't have to be over apologetic. you started being over apologetic by saying that I started off yesterday afternoon, and I was not able to find time. If I had the time, so supposing you had all the time on earth, let's say you had 2 more days, would you find an answer to this question? Someone else will ask you some other question. If not this, some other question, then you will say, I only had 2 days, so I only prepared for these topics. So you will give me some more time and all of that. So that's okay. If you don't know the answer, it's fine. You can say, but your answer to that has to be intelligent. Yes, the technology is there, and you explained something about medical connection and how it can solve a few things, and I think you try to correlate that with the pandemic and the vaccine and all of that, which is a good application. You've shown of that technology. Can the rest of you please go on mute? Whoever is. Yeah. So so it's okay to. So you gave one application. It's not necessary that you know answers to all the applications or everything. You can say, yes, there is a good likelihood of an application of that technology in that space, but I will need to do more research and come back to you. That's about it. You have to just say, you got into the details of that whole area and whatever you knew about it, and started thinking aloud and emphasizing more and more about. Your position started becoming weak. Right. And in the end, you overemphasize saying, I'm really sorry, I don't have the answer for this question. Please excuse me, please understand. So that is not the way you need to answer. Okay. Because you're not, I wasn't expecting that you have an answer for this. Right. So you can always say, yes, this technology is there. I gave one application of this technology. And possibly, yes, science is working on this, and scientists are working, or people are working on this, and they're finding solutions for this. If you think you have a brilliant idea and you want to share with him, you can go ahead and share it. If you think you have some answer and insights. If you don't have to go about dissecting that problem. Already he has explained it once. Now you're trying to change the whole topic to something else by your in-depth explanation of that. You're going to unnecessary details which is not required. First of all, you don't know the answer, right? If you know, then yes, you can explain. If you are an expert in that space, you can go ahead and explain. But if you're not, you are opening up a Pandora's box, and you are kind of making yourself weak. I only asked you, the assignment was find few technologies and find some applications. You did your part, you did the technology and you applied in one area. There could be 10 other applications of that. It's not expected that Sadiq will know all the other applications, right? So he is fair in asking his question. He has that question maybe for whatever reasons, but you need not necessarily, there is a way of answering it, right? So you should do that.
Okay.
All right. Anyone else? Who else has a question for Sadiq? One more question for Sadiq. One more question for Sadiq.
Sir, I got one question in the text chat box, sir. Sir, Yusuf is asking.
No, so I will not entertain questions in the chat box. Whoever wants to ask has to see. First of all, if I also start doing the session in the chat box, how will you all feel? If you have a question for him, please unmute yourself and come on camera and speak. So let me also do the assignment on chat only. No, I will explain all this on chat. Will you all like it? Will you all understand? It's easy. You can also read. I will also have my own time for chatting, and you can all enjoy a chatting session.
So, sir, he is facing some network issues, so he messaged in chat.
So no, message in chat is okay. I don't have, we are all having an online session. If you have a question, you have to ask. You have to unmute and ask. There's a message in chat. Let me check someone. Okay, so Yusuf has asked. In an interview, let's say it's an online interview. Nowadays, online is becoming very popular, right? If the interviewer asks you some questions, so are you going to respond in the chat?
Sir, I have a network issue, sir. I am getting the voice glitch from half an hour.
Okay. So
My
fine.
question is,
So fine. So then I'm happy that at least you are attempting. Yusuf is attempting. I'll give you points for that. The others are not even attempting to ask a question. So you will get points for attempting. That's fine. But I still, if you're really so keen about that question, you can call him later. You can connect with him and ask that question. But here in this session,
hello, sir. I will ask in
yeah,
voice.
go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead and ask.
Sadiq, bro, I have a question. What are the challenges or risks associated with IoT? Sorry.
Challenges.
Sorry, what was your question, Yusuf? So, Yusuf, first of all, I want to correct you here. See, this is a formal session, right? So, and he gave a very formal presentation. He introduced himself as Sadiq, and he a PPT and all of that. So ask him in a formal way. Don't make it casual. So you use that word bro and all of that. That's okay.
Yeah,
if you're
sorry for
both
that.
pals, you can be very friendly. I'm not saying you should not be casual with him, but outside the classroom. All right. So he made a formal presentation. You have to respond in a formal way. All right.
Okay, sorry for that, sir.
Yeah. Go ahead. Ask your question.
Sadiq, sir.
Not
I have a
sir also.
question.
You need not say sir also. I did not mean that. I meant you can just refer to him as Sadiq. Okay. Bro is very casual. You can ask him because he's at, I don't know your age difference and all of that, but whatever, I'm assuming both of you are almost at the same level. So you can ask him, you can say Sadiq. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, sir. Sadiq,
Yes.
I have a question. What are the challenges or risks associated with IoT?
So the challenges relating to IoT is the first thing is the security thing. So because it's sharing whole data in like wireless network, so anybody can hack and easily manipulate the technology. And the second thing is I would like to say cost, because not everyone can afford the IoTs. So I think the first is the privacy, second is the cost, and yeah, maybe that much.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So Yusuf, you have your answer. I mean, good attempt for asking the question and good attempt by Sadiq to answer. At least you both tried to do some Q&A. Who else? One more chance. Someone else wants to ask anything. He made a very interesting presentation. Anyone else wants
Hello,
to ask
Sadiq.
questions?
Hello, sir.
So please, can you tell me about limitation of IoT?
Limitations of
Yusuf. Isn't that the
IoT,
same
IoT.
question?
Yeah, I think that is the same question.
Yusuf also asked IoT only.
Yes, sir. That is the same question only, sir.
So you were not listening to the answer. And what did he answer? Did you hear, Jeevan?
Yes, sir. I hear, sir, but I want some more, sir.
No, but what did you hear? Can you repeat that first?
Sir, it's able to hackable and some.
So it looks like you, because I gave an opportunity for asking questions, you asked me, you're not listening to
No,
the
no.
question.
No, sir, no, sir.
Okay.
Security issues, sir.
Okay. Do you know that he asked the same question just now?
Yes, sir, but I want some more, sir.
Okay. But it
Like
didn't sound like
virtual technologies.
No, I'm not able to answer, get your question. What is the question? What is your question?
Sir, limitation of IoT, sir.
Okay. What do you mean? Okay. Limitations of IoT. First of all, what is IoT? Let me ask you.
Sir, Internet of Technology.
Internet of Technology?
Things, sir.
Okay. So what Internet of Things? What does it even mean? I'm just asking you. Let's have a conversation. No, I'm not quizzing you. This is not your exam. Yes, semester exam. And if you don't answer, do you know what it means? Or you don't know? You say I don't know.
Yes, sir. I know, sir, but not in deep, sir.
Deep. Nobody is asking you deep. No, I'm not expecting you to be a scientist in Internet of Things. I want to understand what you know by Internet of Things. Even I don't know. Even I don't know deep and
Sir,
depths
it's
of Internet of Things.
okay, sir. It's in cloud storage, sir. Like,
Okay. What does it do? What does it really do? What is Internet of Things?
sir, it will like a full stack method, sir.
What method?
So it's like full stack development, sir.
Full stock development. Full stock development.
Full stacks.
Full stack development. What does that mean? Now IoT itself is confusing for me. Now you're saying full stack development. What does that mean? What
Sir,
is full stack development?
It's an developing the both client and server, sir.
Developing the client and server. Now you brought third thing, client and server. So all complicated terminologies. Internet of Things, full stack development, and what is that? Client and something. Server. Okay. All technical terms. So I don't know any of these. How will you explain this to me? So the point I'm trying to make, Jeevan, is when we try to answer things, we feel that if we use these jargons, these heavy terms, that will make our answer impressive, or that is what they're expecting to hear. I'm not expecting to hear jargon from you. I just want to know what is Internet of Things, right? What is Internet of Things? What is cybersecurity? What is yesterday a lot of you spoke about artificial intelligence, SAP. Yes, Yusuf, you have something to say?
Sir, it's describe the network of physical objects.
It's a network of physical objects. Okay. So what happens with that network? Yusuf, are you there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So what happens with a network of physical objects? Can you give me an example?
So
first of all, if we don't even know what it means, how will we know what are the limitations of that? How will we know what are the challenges with that? You asked a question to Sadik, what are the challenges or whatever of IoT? Now, if we don't even know what it is, what is the necessity to understand challenges, right? First, we should know as a layman, as a simple thing, what the technology means, right? Then you can go into understanding the details and use jargon. That will become simpler for you to understand, don't you think? Can we get back to Jeevan, please? Jeevan, can we get the screen on Jeevan again? Jeevan, can you answer this?
Hello, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. So I know what you're trying to ask a question. I appreciate that, and I will give you points for that because so many others are not even asking that question. So you've taken the courage to ask a question and be present in the session. So now, because you're present, I'm taking you to the next level. Try and understand. So when you're trying to understand something, go and understand what it really means first, at least in simple language, one or two. Supposing you're a grown up now. So supposing a 5th standard student or a 7th standard student comes to you and asks you what is IoT, right? Are you going to tell him full stack development and
no, sir,
what is that?
No, sir. I will tell him as physical objects and sensors.
Yeah, so you have to, I want that answer. I want that answer first. After that, we'll get into all this full stack and say, half stack and temporary stacks. Okay. Yes. So do you know that answer, by the way? A simple answer.
Yes, sir. It's like an sensors and physical objects.
Mm-hmm. What happens to those? So now it's becoming a little more understandable, sensors and physical objects. So as students, you are students, right? You're not some random people sitting in these sessions. Already you have been introduced to a lot of topics. First and foremost, please try and understand these technologies what do they even mean? What is the, can you explain that in 1 or 2 sentences? First in your own language, and if you're comfortable, then translate that, and then in your mind learn and try to explain that in English. Right? First try and understand what is this technology actually. If it is artificial intelligence, what do you mean by artificial intelligence? Okay, if I ask you, okay, do some research and tell me what artificial intelligence means, what will you do? How will you, where will you go and search for it?
In Google, sir.
Of course, Google. Yes. So there is nothing to smile. Obviously, Google. Yeah. Google, and within Google, do you know any other resources where you can go and find out what it is?
Yes, sir. Brave.
Sorry?
In Brave, sir.
Where is that? Sorry. Can you be a little louder?
Brave, sir. Brave. It's an search
Okay,
engine.
okay. Brave. Okay. And what else? Where else?
OP Mira.
Did you find all this information? Let's go back to Sadik.
Yes, sir.
Where did you find all this information that you presented? You invented this all on your own yesterday night? You were sitting and meditating and suddenly all this came to your mind?
No, sir. No, sir.
Then how did you find all this information?
Of course, I used the Google, sir. In Google,
So
I referred one website, that is simplylearn.com.
Okay, so you went to simplylearn.com and figured out
simplylearn.com, and I just understand the.
Yeah, and you read, because you read it and you felt you were able to understand, so you could. So there is tons and tons of, you could go to some other place also. You can find, in there are so many places you can understand these things. You just type this question, you will have the answer, right? But you felt, and you find a place where you are able to understand, and you pulled out that information and created this, right? So
yes, sir.
Will you answer? What is IoT?
Sir, can you repeat it, sir?
What is IoT? What is IoT?
Sir, according to my understanding, IoT is Internet of Things. The abbreviation of the IoT is Internet of Things. It is nothing but connecting the basic smarter devices, smart mobiles.
Okay, one more correction here. It is okay, since you are a student and you're at the beginning of your this thing, it is okay to say according to my understanding, it is okay. But when you are expected to know something, because yesterday you did this research and came back, you are expected to know. So don't keep saying according to my understanding, which seems like you're trying to defend your answer, which immediately first thing you're saying is, I'm not sure, but this is what I think it is.
Okay.
Yeah, according to my, so if I say according to my understanding, if I keep saying that all the time, you'll all wonder, does this person even know? It's all according to his understanding. So there could be some other understandings also, right? So you have to be confident in your answer. So don't keep, it's okay to say that once in a while if it is a really new topic, but since you've already done some research and you are, as a student of technology and digital, whatever you're doing, all these sessions, you're expected to know this. Don't say according to me always. They're not interested to know what it is according to you. They want to know what it is actually, right? Okay. So what is artificial intelligence? Oh, sorry, IoT.
So IoT is it's a kind of technology which is used in connecting all the smarter devices to one platform or to the internet, sir.
Okay, so by doing that, what happens?
By doing that, sir, we can interconnect and we can use the different devices from one place, or whenever we want, wherever we want, we can use the different devices by connecting to one specific device. For example, the ACs, the refrigerators, and the mobiles and the desktops can be used in just in mobile phones. Okay. Like it's connecting to the one centralization, or one center, sir, through the medium of internet.
So what can you do by doing that? So it's connected to your mobile. So then what can you do?
Sir, I can operate it with my mobile phone, sir, even if I'm not possible to reach to that specific device.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you're able to control and manage those. using this technology, right? So something like that. That's
Yes,
what
sir.
you're trying to say? Okay, so that's a better answer. So how many of you understood this now when Sadik explained this? Those of you who understood this, can you say understood in the chat box? If you understood what Sadik just explained, can you, can you type understood in the chat box? Okay, only 2 people understood. 3 people understood. Okay, 4, 5. You did not understand? What about you, Jeevan? Did you understand?
Yes, sir.
So did you understand?
Yes, sir.
To some extent? Okay, so what I want you to do is, Jeevan, when you also have done this exercise yesterday, Jeevan and Yusuf and all the others, Yusuf also actually, Yusuf I'm not referring because I can't see him. Jeevan I can see, that's why I'm putting you on a spot. So you don't have to become defensive. I really appreciate that you're answering. Okay, so next, when you're looking at technology, you should try and understand those technologies from a layman's perspective first, right? What does it do? Explain it like that, and then you try and understand, what are all these technology, the next level of, full stack, and you said some other terms you use, a lot of things that will come later, right? Tell me honestly, when I asked you this question, initially, were you struggling to answer or you knew it very well? What happened? This chaotic subli suddenly.
Sir, first of all, I afraid, sir.
So that the whole, these discussions, these sessions are meant to remove your afraidness, dispel your fear, right? So you don't have to be afraid in these sessions. I'm not giving you a job right now. You're not losing anything by talking to me, right? So only by coming on screen and discussing with me will you learn, right? Tomorrow, when you face a similar situation, you will know how to respond. I'm giving you an experience and a scenario where you can experience these kind of questions and these kind of scenarios, and you can learn from this and then use this in real life. Of course, this is also get a situation like that. All right. So that fear will go when? How will that fear go? That fear will go only when you had done some research on Google. It's so easy. You can, if you cannot you understand about IoT by typing in Google or going to some place and reading something? Can you understand or not? You can understand, right?
Yes.
You're not afraid of going to Google, right?
No, sir.
No, right? You have time. Only thing you have to invest is some time, maybe half an hour. For these technologies, first and foremost, I will request all of you students to go back, at least invest minimum 10 to 15 minutes or half an hour for each of these 5 whatever technologies that you've picked up. First, you understand what it means. Then you will see the next day, your confidence levels will be so high. Otherwise, you will always struggle with answers. You will always struggle with answers. You will think this is some, some strange technology and there is some full stack and some, something is happening on the net and something has to be connected. It's all, finally, it is all some business problem solving or some kind of a solution that is created to solve something which you and I are using today. All of us are using a lot of these technologies today, right? It's not even some scientist activity. A lot of these things we are using today, right? If we understand that first, it will become easy for you to go to the next level and address, actual challenges in your office or even in your studies and exams and all of that. So, all right. So, which topics did you prepare, by the way, Jeevan, for the assignment?
Sir, I prepare for only 4 topics, sir, but not in clear.
Not in detail?
Clear, sir.
Not clear.
Sir.
Not clear. Okay. Why? Is it that you did not spend time or you did not understand?
Sir, first of all, I did not understand, sir.
Okay. What is your background?
Sir, I am from BCA, sir. third sem.
MCA.
No, sir. BC.
Okay. Okay. So why are you doing this course? This session, why are you doing this?
Sir, for getting knowledge.
Okay, only knowledge, for only getting knowledge.
Yes, sir.
Okay, what will you do with that knowledge?
Sir, I can apply for this in an interview.
It's finally for an interview, right? Not for knowledge. For an interview, knowledge you're getting for the interview. So if you do the interview, what will you do? So after interview, what will you expect?
Sir, I will get a job, sir.
So for a job. So finally you're doing this for some profession, right? You're doing all this so that you can become. Why the profession? If you don't do the profession, what will happen? Nobody is asking you to do. Somebody is asking you to do a job.
No, sir.
Then why do you want to do a job?
Sir,
because everybody else is doing it.
No, sir.
Then
it's a hobby of all of men, sir.
It's a hobby. Finding a job is a hobby for everybody.
No,
Really?
sir.
Really? Finding a job is a hobby. Hobby
No.
is something you do outside the job or in your studies and all of that, when you do a little aside kind of thing. That's what my understanding is. So the job for you.
So for me, today it want to helpful for me in future, sir. Job.
Yeah, job will be helpful for the future, right?
Yes.
Why will it be helpful for the future? What will it help you with?
Sir, we can learn in that.
I'm sorry, maybe I'm slightly deviating from the actual topic, but I want to really, this is not a question only for Jeevan, it is a question for everybody who's attending these sessions, okay? I mean, all the students. Okay, so why do you think the job is important for you? Has anyone, maybe sometimes, yeah, there may be pressure to do a job. Parents are asking, or family pressure is there, or peer pressure is there. So I want to know the reason. What is the reason for you to find a job?
Because of 20 years struggle, sir.
20 years of struggle of what? Studies?
Yes, sir.
So so the 20 years has been a struggle, first of all, okay? And then after that struggle, you want to get into a job, okay?
Yes.
Why do you want to get into a job?
Sir, because we have to be in my own way, sir. So that
because you have to stand on your own feet. Yes. And you have to earn your own livelihood, yes. Money and all of that, right?
Yes.
So there's nothing wrong in it. You can answer that. Now, why are you shy to say that? It's important. Yeah, everybody has to, you should be able to, if that is the reason, you should say that, because I want to start earning money and be independent of others. That is a reason. Is that a reason why you want to find a job?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So that is clarified. Why you want to do a job is clarified, right? But why this job? You can do any other job.
Because my professional in computer science, sir. So
your profession is computer science. Therefore, you feel this is the most relevant area for you to find a job.
Yes.
Yes. So if this is the most relevant area for you to find a job, how will you go about doing it? Are you going to keep struggling with answers, or how will you go about doing it? Within computer science, there are so many areas. Now I want to narrow that down. Have you found out which area you are interested in?
Yes, sir.
Which area are you interested in?
A data scientist.
Data science. You're interested in data science. Why?
So I think it's easy.
Okay, now before finding out that, do you know, can you tell me 4 or 5 areas in computer science where you could find a job?
Yes, sir. We can find in cloud.
Okay, cloud computing is one area which is, you know, a lot of people are talking about it. What else?
And we can make project for the students.
Okay. What else? What are the other areas?
In government sector, sir.
Hi, Anil. Hi.
Yes, sir.
Hi, Sanil. How are you doing? I heard you have already brought an innovation in your batch too, huh? Wonderful, Anil. Proud of you. Just give them some example on web development.
Sir, your voice is breaking. I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Anil, just give them some insight on web development also. Whenever
Okay.
next time you have a session, because I think we have got IoT, AI and all, but there are a lot many students on web development. Why we'll be having some sessions on web development next week? But if you can give them some example in your session on web and web development and blogs, what blogs can do, it will be of great help to them.
Okay, sure. I will bear that
Thank you
in the next session.
Thank you very much, Anil. Have a
Thank you.
nice day.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. You too, sir. Yeah,
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, Jeevan, can we come back to you?
Yes, and teaching professionals. Sir.
Teaching profession, you're saying. Okay.
Yes.
No, so now again, we are coming back to, I'm saying in technology, in the computer science area itself, like you said, cloud computing, you can do a few other teaching in the sense, again, teaching could be in different areas, right? You could be a physics teacher, you could be a mathematics teacher, whatever, right? But now we are talking about your computer science area. In computer science, whichever area you are having, what are those 4 or 5 areas that are the topmost areas that you would be interested in for exploring? First of all, you need to know what those areas are. Then you can say that I'm interested in 1 or 2, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
If you know there are 4 or 5 areas, then you can pick up those things, isn't it? Let's say you're trying to buy a shirt for yourself, right? If you just go and buy a shirt, I mean, that's a very simplistic example, but let's take that example. Let's say you're buying a t-shirt or a shirt. You will look at different varieties first, right? I mean, you look at a round collar or a collared one or this color, that color. You look at options. Only then you will select, okay, this looks very nice for me. I like to wear this, and therefore I will go and invest my money in that particular kind of an outfit, right? So similarly, I mean, that's a very simple example, analogy, but if you extend it, you have to know the different areas that are there. Only when you know the different areas, at least at the surface level, you try and understand them a little bit, then you can start exploring, okay, this is an area that I really like and I like working in this space. Maybe then I'll try to spend more time in becoming expert at that. When you do that, you will be more confident. Your fear will go away. Otherwise, you'll always be fearful, isn't it? You'll always have fear. Okay, you just said data science. Start asking you questions again. Okay, can you explain what data science is, by the way? If I ask you, can you explain?
I apologize. I know only of fields, sir, but I don't know that what they will do.
Right. So that you have to spend some time. First, spend very little time. I'm not saying in every area you become an expert and then you decide what to do. At least spend some time, half an hour, try and understand what that area is. Pick up those 5 topics, 5 top areas, technologies, and try and understand what that area is. And then you say, okay, this is it. Then you will also become interested in something.
Yes.
Because you will realize, okay, this is very interesting. Only when you start looking at something and understanding it further will you develop interest for it, right? Otherwise, it will always be some textbooks in the library or textbooks in the bookshop, which are like very scary. It is an exam. Always it is an exam, right? Always it is just about memorizing for exams, learning coding and doing that. And finally, you will get a job. You will, if you struggle a little bit, you will also get a job. But will you really enjoy that job? You have to enjoy what you're doing, isn't it?
Yes.
All right. So enough of talking to Jeevan, because I think he's already feeling very uncomfortable. Let's.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you. I hope you got the point. Who else
Yes.
wants to? Who else is ready with his 5 topics? His or her 5 topics.
Hello, sir.
Shriram, you're Shriram, right?
Yes, sir. Shriram from Srishti Infotech.
Yes.
Can I, sir?
Yeah, what are your topics? Yes, you can. By the way, there was one lady, Bhavani, right? What happened to her? She suddenly disappeared.
I'm ready, sir.
You're ready. So you should, okay, you should have come back. So we'll give a Sri Ram after Bhavani, it'll be your turn. Okay, because she was ready with her. Who's sharing the screen? Bhavani.
No, sir.
This is Sri Ram's screen, is it? Okay, so since he has already shared it, after him, we'll get back to you, Bhavani. Okay, after this. Are you also having some screen, something to share?
No, sir.
Okay, so after he's presented, then we'll come back to you. Okay.
Okay, sir.
All right. Yes, Sri Ram, can you, what are your topics? Okay, this looks like another interesting presentation. Okay, you can go ahead and present, Sri Ram.
So my name is Sriram and I am presently sharing my screen from Christy Infotech. So I will be talking about 5 trending technologies that I have picked up. So here comes the first one, that is cloud computing. So cloud computing, the word itself says cloud. That doesn't mean that physical cloud that's in the sky or earth, because computing has to take place in a system. So the system is present in the remote area. So what these systems do is they provide services like storages, analysis, and they host some applications and software. So the person who wants to make use of this services provided can take services from the cloud computing companies like AWS, IBM Cloud Computing, and there's even Google Suite and all. The one who wants to make use of it, he can make use of it. So why do we need to do this, adopt the services of cloud computing? Is that, like, if I am hosting a website and that website is collecting much more of data, so I don't have a system or database, such a database to collect such a big amount of data that I'm receiving. So if I have to make investment and get those systems for my working, it would be costly for me to bring such infrastructures into my office and all. So what I will be doing is I will buy some storages, or I will take a subscription from the services provided by these companies who are giving cloud computing services. So what I will do is I will pay for only spaces that I will be using from those companies. So this would be a very cost-effective manner. And next is this computing, what cloud computing I'm talking about. This remote system would be on for 24/7. So there will be no what do you say breakdown in the service provided by them. So next, if I have to say about the applications of this cloud computing, like if I have to talk about art, there is the Vistaprint, a website that is a cloud computing website that takes services for what is the art designing, like they'll print on some books and all, printing on products. What products also you have to pay, and what designs you have to print, that was also there. The customer has to give. And next one is the business, like paper for transaction. Next one, data storage and backup, like box.com gives the storage for you to store your data over there, and it also provides backup for you. And next is education, like AWS in education, like AWS, Amazon Web Services. It provides education for students, like if they are interested to learn about AWS, that cloud computing, what will say, that cloud will help students to learn about this AWS and all. Next one is entertainment. Nowadays, we can see that people are focusing more on web things, like they are not really downloading things into their system. Rather than they are going into the web pages and they are logging into the games and they are playing over there. So through this, system, the local system would not be very much, what I want to say is very much storage. It will not consume more storage of the system, because the user is logging into the cloud and is playing over there, and the process is taking place only at the cloud side, and no much process is taking place in the local system where the user is using. Next one is management. In management, there's a website like Toggle that's also being hosted by the cloud, and that Toggle helps. The Toggle, what that website is there, it will help to track the time that what all applications I have been using in my system. Next comes social media, like Facebook is also an example of cloud hosted website. Then next one is this. Yes, even the Zoom that we are presently having our live streams is also cloud-based video conferencing platform that can be used for video conferencing, meetings, audio conferencing, webinars, meeting, and recording. So I just want to say that even the Zoom is also a part of it. So the next topic I want to cover is here IoT, Internet of Things. First, I'll let you know that what IoT is. IoT means like devices that are connected to network, through internet. So what these devices would do is they would send through sensors, they would grab the actual environment, real world environment situations through the sensors. Through that sensors, the data what they have received would be sent to the cloud. The previous thing what I was talking about, cloud computing, the cloud. Yes, these devices would send the data to the cloud, and what the cloud does is it processes the data and sends back the information back to the device, and the device works according to the information it got from the cloud. So if I am talking about the AC would sense that the room temperature is increasing more to 38. So what does this sensor do is this sensor would get the data and it send to the cloud, and the cloud would analyze that the room is being increased, the temperature of the room is being increased. So what the cloud will do is it will command the AC to reduce the temperature. So this is how it works. Like I have given you a flowchart. Like say at the beginning, the devices would collect the. First, you have to make a connection between the device and the cloud. That's what is here. And next is read the sensor values. Means the AC would read the atmosphere temperature value. And next, what it does is upload the data in the cloud. The sensor value it has, the temperature value which it has read, it would send to the cloud. Now what the cloud is doing is it is making a decision. Like here, if the sensor value is greater than threshold value, the threshold value is the value that the actual room temperature should be. Assume it to be 32. So if the sensor value is 38, that the AC had said that the temperature of the room is 38. So what this cloud computing is, it analyzes this and it will command or it will put an information to this AC, or think it has to be AC. It will say the AC that the room temperature is higher, you have to reduce it. So this is how Internet of Things work. Like devices connected to each other or devices connected to the cloud, and it works according to the needs. So next, if I had to talk about applications. Application of IoT in various sectors. Like first, if I had to talk about agriculture, how it works in agriculture. Like if there is a sensor to see how the soil moisture is. So according to the moisture level, it will say to the cloud that the moisture level is very dry, and also according to that, the cloud would send back the information to the sprinkler or the water irrigation system, and it will provide water as to maintain the moisture level. Next is the consumer use, like smart homes are there. Next in healthcare also it is used. Traffic monitoring also is used, and in hospitality also. Like hospitality, like if you are having a smart home and if you open the door, there might be a virtual speaker talking to you like welcome to home and all. That could be an example for hospitality to IoT. So next topic that technology I have taken is edge computing. Edge computing, first I'll say computing is same thing as this cloud would do, and here the main thing edge refers to a place. Like in cloud computing, when the device wants to communicate with the cloud and get the information back, they might be a delay or a latency. So what this edge computing is, like the analysis or the processing takes place where the sensors are sending the data. Like if AC is sending, it is getting the sensors data, and instead of sending it to the cloud, what it does is it sends to the nearby edge computing device. Nearby edge computing there that is located near to the sensor. So what here happens is the latency rate reduces, and the nearer to the real world the time, it will send back the processed information back to the AC. Like this edge computing would be useful on Internet of Things, like when the things are more complex or it performs a major task that has to be done immediately. Like if a pressure of the tank is increasing and the devices sensors in that have to open the valve after such a increase in the pressure, the valve should open immediately. So if there is an delay, like if the delay, like when sensor sending it to the cloud and coming back, the information from the cloud takes a delay, there might be a disaster. So what this edge computing does that it will get the sensor data nearby to wherever the sensor is located. So there will be an immediate communication between the sensors and the edge devices and the controllers. So this is of edge computing. Like here in the diagram, you can see that devices are these cloud computing. There's devices and communication between the cloud computing, and here comes between the edge computing platform and the devices between the cloud. Here the cloud is also present, like to store the data, like what has been happened to the devices, like it will store the history that what the edge computing would has done on the devices. So the next year is I'll be talking about some application of edge computing, like ATM security. Like if there are robbers trying to steal the money, or they're facing some, or the user is facing some threat in the ATM. What this camera or the camera in the ATM would do is it will sense that there's something wrong happening, and it will immediately send the information to the bank or nearby police station that something wrong is happening in the ATM. Next is the condition-based monitoring. Condition-based monitoring, like if I'm having a cloud system and my website is generating much more of data, or a machine is generating a much more of data, it is too much for even for the cloud to handle it. So what this edge computing would do is, first I will put my data into the edge computing device. The edge computing device is process and try to reduce the data. And take out only what it is needed and put that data to the cloud computing. So in this manner, we can maintain the condition of the cloud and monitor it. Next is driver assist. Like driver assist, I want to say that self-driving. What do you say? Self-driving, or a driver who needs an assist while driving. Like it will say, like on the screen, it will say move to the left or move to the right. Like in Google Map, as it shows in the mobile, it can also show in the screen of the front screen of the car itself, like you have to move to the left and all. Next one is driver identification. Driver identification means while driving a car, the driver is there or not, or without the driver the car is moving, or somewhat like that. And driver recognition means according to the driver, like it's my car, and if I am sitting, the side mirrors and all would be adjusted according to my preferences. And if my friend or someone who has been already known the car, already knows the user, then if someone else is, then it will adjust the mirrors and or seat sleeping, landing and position of the seat of the car or of a driving seat according to the preferences of that person. The next one is driver monitoring. Driver monitoring means if the person driving the car is feeling dizzy, or is closing his eyes, or is sleeping or looking that side or this side, then this driver monitoring edge computing, what it can do is it can warn the driver through a speech or why is that, please focus on the road and like that. This was some applications of edge computing that I wanted to say. And the next topic I want to cover is about this virtual reality. In those topics itself, I four things to cover, that is augmented reality, virtual reality, mixed reality, and extended reality. One by one, I will cover this. And the first one is augmented reality. Augmented reality is like you are in a real world itself. The virtual objects are placed on the real world. Like here, we can see that here is a person in a real world, and the virtual object text is being used. This kind of augmented reality we can see in the lens card. And over here at Carrot Plan, also here you can see that you can select a jewelry from the mobile, and the jewelry will be right down to our ears, and we can see if it looks good to us or not. It's kind of augmented reality. It's not there, but in the screen it will show you that it's there. Like to get good preference of how we would be looking at those objects and all. Then the next one is virtual reality. Virtual reality means creating an environment that is completely virtual, an imaginary environment that can be like a real world, or it can be some different in real world according to the developer's imagination. So I have here some application of this virtual reality. This is a example of a blue meeting room where their organization can handle their meetings and all. I would like to show this video.
I'm Ristelin Turi, your host. We are here now in Blueworks virtual meeting room. In the walls, you can see pictures from Uganda. I could use them for teaching purposes. And if you were here, you could see all those closer. And now I take a look at my control panels and put up a video. Here you can see me in the wheel and another video which I present to you now. All the educational facilities are within reach. Also a virtual blackboard and various other tools. This is a first-person view. Now I get closer to the mountain gorillas. And let's look outside. As you can see, this is London. Here, a bird from Uganda. And then we pass the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals and look at the virtual classroom.
So this was an example of virtual reality, and next what I want to say is about mixed reality. So we have seen augmented reality and virtual reality. This mixed reality is combining both of these, augmented and virtual reality. It means in the real world itself, you can interact with the virtual object. Like you might be confused with this with the augmented reality, but here in augmented reality, we are using the VR headset and all, so that we can easily interact with the object. Like this mixed reality would be useful for showcasing how the machine works, or like how we can handle a machine. Like it will be better understood with the example here I have been presenting.
Locate cylinder head 2. When you are done, say next.
Next.
Get the spanner wrench. When you are done, say next.
Next.
Remove cylinder head 2 from the cartridge holder using spanner wrench.
Next.
Using lifting bail, pull and remove expended cartridge.
Next.
Using lifting bail, lower new filter into cartridge holder until it stalls. Gently push on filter cartridge to feed.
So this was an example for mixed reality. Hope that you guys have understood it very well. And the next one is extended reality. In this extended reality, we are combining all VR, AR, and MR to produce something that is very interactive and all. So if extended reality was a technology, then the metaverse which would be built in the future would be an ecosystem that is being developed by extended reality. Okay, the next one I have this one. What is main topic? The artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence, like developing a machine that is like a human, does like a human, behaves like a human. At some point, it might do what all the activities that a human is capable of, and developers might even move ahead in like generating feelings and all that. Like we have already known that what artificial intelligence is in our previous sessions and all. I think I need not to say much about this artificial intelligence. So I hope that you have all understood that from the expert sessions we had previously. So thank you. This was all what I wanted to say. Thank you.
Good presentation. So let's open the field for questions to Sriram. Who has questions for Sriram?
Hi, Samya here, sir. Hi, Sriram. I have a question on AWS education. Can you tell me the areas where AWS education is used? Like it is already a part of application, but I want to know more about it. Like as I'm new to it, maybe I'm guessing that LinkedIn Learning is an example for that. But then correct me if I'm wrong. And can you put more light on this topic? You are not audible, Sriram.
What this AWS Amazon Web Service is doing is they are providing a free tier, like free courses, like they are providing for the educational purpose itself. Like once if you need more information about it, you can just Google about it, like AWS education, like what are AWS providing for students and all to learn. Like they are providing some courses like how the AWS works. So the main motive of this scheme is that it is wanting the students to study about the cloud computing and all itself. So if you want more to know about it, you can Google about it. I don't know much about it. Like if you want to, you can just Google about AWS education. Thank you.
So I want to interrupt you here, Sriram. So your answer till that point was okay. What were you saying? Were you saying I know only this much? If you want to know more, you can Google about it. Is that all? Is that what you were saying?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so that's not a good way of saying. I mean, you can always, then I can always tell you all, no, if you want to know more about the subject, Google about it. You'll, understand. So you're not respecting the other person by saying that. She's asked you a question. If you don't know, you can say, yes, I don't know. That's okay to say that. And you can always offer, if you want to know, I can do more research and come back to you. Okay, at least leave it that way. Maybe she wants to know it from you. So she'll call you or whatever, when there is an opportunity you can, but Google, she already knows that she can Google it. She need not ask you. Even that question, she need not ask you. Everybody knows that we can Google it and we can do whatever we can. We can go to Wikipedia, we can do that, we can do so many things. It's not that we have to know from you. So if she has asked you a question, try to answer that question. And if you don't know beyond that, you can say, right now, this is the information I have. If you want, I can get back to you with more research. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's saying that you go and Google it was not sounding too nice. Okay, go ahead. Who else has another question for Sriram? First of all, is she satisfied with the answer?
Yes, got a little bit inside. Maybe I can relate LinkedIn Learning to it. Maybe that's a part of AWS education. But yeah, I will just go and dig in more to understand. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Who else has a question for Sriram? Okay. I kind of forgot. So this is an applause for both Sriram and Sadik. both of you did a wonderful job in putting together a nice presentation and showing. So I'm very happy with that. So who will go and ask Shriram another question? Okay, everybody is very clear. So I'm going to choose someone to answer my questions. What are the topics that Shriram covered in his presentation? Can you? So who's going to answer this question? Let's see. Someone who's not spoken. Who wants to answer that question? Before I pick someone, who wants to answer that question? What are the topics?
I can answer, sir.
Not you.
Okay, all right.
You've already spoken. Somebody
Yeah, all right.
spoken. Because the rest of them are not participating. Did you not find his presentation interesting? By the way, the number of students has gone down. It's like, how many? 5. What happened to the others? They've kind of slipped out of the classroom. They've taken a short break. So whoever is present, can you please, do you need a break? By the way, it's 4:15. We'll go for another hour or so. Do you need a break? If anyone needs a break, can you, a quick 2-minute break? If you don't, I can go on. And if you need, please let me know. Whoever needs a break, can you just type in the chat box? Okay, let's put it this way. If you need a break, you can take a break now and come back in the next 5 minutes. Okay. You can take a break and come back in 5 minutes. Otherwise, after that, you'll have to stay back for till the end of the session. All right. So whoever wants to take a break can take a break now. Okay, so I won't ask. So till 4:20, I won't ask. But after 4:20, I'll expect that you're back.
Hello?
Yeah, whoever wants to
Sir?
take a break can take a break and come back by 4:20. Yeah. Yeah, you don't have to ask me anymore. Till 4:20, around 4:20ish, you can come back. You want to take a break and come back. Yeah. What somebody was asking something?
It's me, sir.
Yes, Aisha. Tell me.
Aisha. Sir, actually, it's a bit difficult to me to understand about technology because, as I said you before, I belong to BCom. I mean, commerce background. So I'm finding it difficult in doing this, like accepting this technology, I can say. So can you help me with that?
Okay, why do you want to understand technology if you're from a BCom background? First, I want to understand the basics. Why do you want to understand technology?
Actually, in nowadays, like technology is taking everything. So even in finance, they are opting technology. So for further known, I want to know what is technology, how it can be used in financial background. So I'm here.
Okay. So you want to understand technology because technology is influencing all fields. And if you don't understand technology, you feel that you will be lagging behind in some ways. And therefore you want to be up to date with technologies. So then okay, so then what do you think you should do? Should you do another course in technology? You've done a BCom, right? So should you do some other technical trainings, or should you do some courses, or what should you do?
Actually, I'm here for SAP in FICO.
FICO, okay. SAP in, okay.
Yes. So I want to know more. Actually, I don't know everything. I don't know, sir, what is exact. I just know it belongs to finance and it helps in financial background. So I'm here for that. So I won't say I know everything about that. I don't know, sir. I don't know about that.
Yeah, no, of course, that's what I'm asking you. So, and it's a good question you have raised. How many of the other students are having a similar question, a similar doubt? All of those who are having a similar doubt, similar question, to resonate with Aisha, can you please type in the chat box, yes, me, yes, me, yes, me, or something like that? So that I know how many of you are facing a similar challenge. Priyanka is saying that. Okay. Also, you'll need to type your area, your background. So see, the point is like Aisha is very clear. She's from a finance or BCom background, and then she's saying, I have come to learn SAP and then the financial part of it. And therefore, there is at least something she's connecting with her existing background, right? Obviously, for you, if you're not from a technical background, you can't say that I want to learn everything about technology now, unless it's a general interest or something. How do you, first of all, you have to answer, why do you want to learn technology, or why do you want to know about technology? Second, then you need to see, okay, what is the starting point for you? So for example, in Aisha's case, she's saying that she's from the BCom background, and she wants to know more about how technology is influencing her area or her professional space. And that's how she's got into that, SAP in FICO. So what will you do? What do you need to do then, Aisha? First, what will you, if you have to know about technology, what is the first thing that you will do?
I have searched a bit like in Google also, like before your sessions, there were more sessions, they were taking just AI. So I don't know what is AI. I don't know anything basic of that. So I was a bit confused, and I was like, I just searched for it. Then still I did not get. So I asked you whether you can help me in this.
So first, what you should do is in your do some research. So it's not necessary. So that don't get overwhelmed with my advice to people who are having this kind of a challenge, within this group or even outside that. So if you're having something, yes, technology is touching all aspects of professional lives and digital ways. Digital technologies are influencing the old ways of doing things are being replaced by new age technologies. So first thing you should do is do some research. Google is there, right? You do some research and find out, read some articles about how technology is influencing your area. So how will you type, what will you type in Google if you want to search technology in finance? Just type that. Hundreds of articles written there, or lots of topics written there. Then you will read one or two which you will find very simple to understand. Then within that, little more difficult to understand, you will see. So for example, do you know what fintech means? Fintech. No, right? So you will come across this term. So go ahead and type that in Google, fintech. Okay. And you can go and read a little more about that. So you have to spend some time, because this is a challenge you will face. If you don't address this challenge now, tomorrow it will become even more difficult. The more you grow in your career and profession, it will become more and more difficult. And at this point in your career, it is easy to learn new of your things. So you can learn new. So maybe you find, once you do that research, technology in finance, if you do that search, you find out some areas, and then you may then find 4 or 5 areas which are interesting for you, right? You said SAP and FICO, right? Finance and SAP applications and all of that. So what does it exactly do? Do some research, go to Google or go to Wikipedia and search about it, understand that, because it's all explained in simple English, right? Some of the articles. Then you learn that, and after that you find out which are the areas which are interesting for you, right? Do you want to maybe build a product? Are you interested in developing a product in finance using technology? There are so many products that are being developed, right? People with financial background are needed to develop those products, but then technology is also needed. So there is a good mix of technology and finance there. So you will understand that. Or maybe you want to learn an application, or you want to learn a tool like SAP in finance, all of those kind of things. You find out 4 or 5 areas, and then maybe if you don't read, if you need something, you can then find out which are the courses, small trainings or courses which are relevant for that space. Do those courses, then you will have your mind connected with that course. If you randomly pick up something and start doing it, then you will not be connected with that course, right? You will feel lost, right?
Yes.
So that is an approach everyone has to take. All right. Does that answer your question now?
No, sir. Thank
All
you.
right. All right. All right. So who else wanted to present? What were we discussing? Yeah. Okay. So the point I wanted to bring about, okay, Sriram, can you come back on screen? Sriram can come back on screen. I wanted to ask him a few things. Sriram has gone for a break, is it? Is Sriram? Okay. Okay. So Sriram, you what are the topics you covered in your presentation, right? Did you know about all of these? Which are the topics? By the way, let's recap those, the topics that you covered in today's session.
First one is cloud computing.
Mhm.
Then I talked about IoT,
Okay.
edge computing.
Mhm.
Then I talked about AR, VR, MR, and XR.
Okay.
Then I ended it with artificial intelligence.
Okay. And how old are you?
I am 20.
20 years old, and you covered 5 topics in technology. So congratulations. Second is, do you know everything about this now?
Yes, I do.
You know everything about these topics, these 5 topics?
Not practically, but theoretically, I do know. Yes,
okay. Before, did you know about these topics before yesterday, or you learned about these overnight? Today, I mean, yes.
As I'm from BCA, I did Google about it previously. Like I was knowing bit of it, but now I'm knowing much more about it.
So since from yesterday and today, you learned a lot about it, right? Since yesterday and today,
yes, sir.
Did you learn a lot more about it than what you knew earlier?
But I did learn a lot more about it.
In the last one day, right? In the last one. How so? How much time did you spend in learning all of this?
Around it took me around 1 hour to make this PPT. Like while I was grabbing things from internet and putting it over here, there itself I got to know that what it was.
Okay, so totally, I mean, the research time and all of that, how much time did it take? 2 hours? 3 hours?
1 to 1.5 hours.
1 to 1.5 hours, you learned about all of these topics and you put together. Previously also, but yet in the last one day, you learned more about it. So now tell me, so you have more knowledge about these 5 topics today than what you had yesterday.
Yes, sir.
Right? Now tell me one more thing. Now, amongst these 5 topics, which topic is your favorite topic? Supposing you were given a job or you're asked to do more work on a particular topic, which topic would you be interested in doing more?
So artificial intelligence, like as it was my interest itself, I am doing this AI course. So AI would be the topic.
AI would be the topic. Okay, but you are now familiar with the other areas also. After doing this research, you still feel you want to do with AI. You want to go ahead with AI, and because your interest has been in that space and you want to continue that interest, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so my question to, so do you feel more energized to learn about AI now after this 1 day of exercise? Do you feel that you want to learn more and you really want to, are you more excited about AI today compared to what you were yesterday?
Yes, I am, because the technologies that I have spoken here about, like let it be VR and computing, edge computing or cloud computing or extended reality, virtual reality, augmented reality, those things and all. Like to enhance these things and all, the main thing that I need is AI, sir.
Okay.
Okay, so like that to make this, what I will say, technologies work more good. So I would be needing this artificial intelligence. Sir.
Yeah, no, my question, okay, I understood your answer. I want to ask you, let me rephrase the question. So AI, are you more excited? Are you more inclined doing this research since yesterday? How did this research help you become more interested in artificial intelligence?
So that's what, sir. Like I am now more interested in AI because all the fields, remaining fields, what are there, they are unknowingly interconnected with the AI itself.
Okay. Okay, so it has helped you. This research has helped you. So that's the point that I'm trying to drive at. So thank you, Sriram. So the point I'm trying to drive at for everybody is, you can mute yourself, Sriram. That's okay. Yeah. So the point I'm trying to drive at is, if you do this research, so like Sriram is more, you're open to knowing more about certain areas, and then after doing this research, he's more knowledgeable, he's more, right? So all of you need to do that basic research. He spent just, he's saying about an hour. So let's give it, maybe he spent maybe 2 hours or a little more, that's okay. But can't you all spend 1 or 2 hours understanding these basics about these technologies? You just have to Google today. You don't even need anyone. You can just go and Google and learn about it. And then you will become interested in 1 or 2 areas. And then you can say that, okay, this is the area that I want to focus on. And whatever you're learning in all your courses, you can relate that with, this particular research that you would have done. Yes. Does it make sense? Is this making sense?
Yes, sir.
What about the others?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Not a lot of you have not said a yes, so I'm a little disappointed. So who's not clear with this? All right, so it's already 4:28, so I'm assuming everybody came back from the break, right? So Jeevan, I didn't hear your yes.
Yes, sir.
So does it make sense?
Sorry, sir.
No, does it make sense? Is it making, are you understanding what I'm trying to say?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah, so you will do your research, right? Tomorrow, next time when we come and meet, I want you to understand, come back with your understanding of some technologies.
Okay,
5
sure,
is
sir.
just a number. You can learn maybe 2 or 3. Don't be afraid of technology, right? You have to just search. You have a mobile phone. Spend 1 or 2 hours learning about it. Come back, and then after that, we'll see what interests you and what area is, suitable for a particular kind of a profile and all of that. Okay. All right. So now let's have another one last presentation. Bhavani, I'm inclined to, is there anybody else who's got a PowerPoint presentation, who's put in an effort to, like Sriram and Sadik? Is there anybody else and wants to present? Obviously, if you put together a PowerPoint presentation, or is there anyone like that, or is it just the 2 of you from the entire batch? Is there anybody else who's got a presentation? So yesterday somebody was asking, somebody asked, do I need to do a presentation? I said, yes, you can go ahead and do a presentation, but that person seems to be missing. The student is also not present today. Okay. Okay, in that case, we'll give this to Bhavani, because she's been waiting for her chance. Bhavani, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please go ahead and present whatever you wanted to present.
Good afternoon, sir. Good evening, sir. Sorry. Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening. Go ahead.
It's my pleasure to introduce myself to you, sir. I'm Bhavani from Vaishali Computers, Ballari.
Why is your video off?
It's not coming, sir. I'm
All
trying.
this while it was working. I think I could see you earlier.
1 minute.
Yes, now we can see you. Yes, go ahead.
Today I'm going to discuss about 5 technologies in training. First one is new energy solutions, sir. And next one is cyber security. And next one is third one, digital trust. And next one is 3D printing. And next one is 5G. Let us discuss about one by one. First one is new energy solutions. It means the transformation of energy system in the way of producing energy to providing the heat and light. For example, if we take wind power, in the wind power, it is a process by which wind is used to generate electricity. In this, we have wind pump and powering cargo ship. I mean to run ship, here we are using the wind power also. And next one is solar power, converting energy from the sun into power. For example, solar water heater and solar inverters. And the next one is bioenergy. It means burning wood to create heat. And next one is biodiesel, the fuel to vehicle. Whereas here we are taking an applications are like heating and cooling our homes and lighting office building. I mean here for lighting the office we are taking solar connections. I mean new energy solution. And my next topic is next one is a digital trust. It is a very important part of expanding global economy, which is more and more reliant on converting data use in new technology. It secures as well as responsibly used. For it means if you take few example like privacy, in the customers, whereas in company, there's customers that have the ability to carry out any transactions or data by using privacy. And security means company guarantee that that there is absolutely no threats to the data of any of the parties. And next is identity. It means customers are providing with unknowingly unless started the explicitly. And the next one is risk mitigation. Customers will be more willing to share their data when they know that all possible have been accounted. And next is data integrity. To keep customer trust, must keep their data safe. And next one is cyber security. It refers to every aspect of protecting an organization and its employees and assets against cyber threats. Whereas if we see applications, first one is network security surveillance. It means it is monitoring of computer activity. For example, organization, government, and government department. Sorry, software security. And next application is software security. It helps to protect software applications and digital solutions from hackers. And next one is risk management. It helps organization protect themselves from cyber attacks. It is the process of identifying and assigning and controlling financial legal strategies. And next one is if I take physical security, mainly to protect people and property and physical assets from any action. And next one is mine. And next topic is 3D printing. It is a method of creating a 3D dimensional object layer by layer using a computer create a design. Here, if I take, for example, in healthcare, in surgical, in medical field, in surgical cutting and drilling grades, as well as the creation of I mean in medical fields. Sorry, now for the about this I'm full confused. And now next aerospace, lightweight. It's and aerospace, and next one is education. In education, supports hands-on learning, provides students with skills by using 3D printing and required for future. Next 5G. Next one is 5G. It is a new global wireless standard after 1G, 2G, 3G, 4G networks, and 5G enables a kind of network that designed to connect virtual everyone and everything together, including machines, objects, and devices. If we take in this applications are like enhanced mobile broadband. Here mass, and next one is massive machine type communication, and next one is ultra reliable low latency communication. In enhanced mobile broadband, which focused on the high speed of end users data and system capacity. And massive machine type communication, new service categories of 5G that can support an extremely high connection. Next one is ultra reliable low latency communication. Whereas in public safety, for example, public safety and emergency response and industrial automation, these are will be because of 5G, we are in much faster, sir. Thank you, sir.
So are you done?
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir, if I am any mistakes.
No, that's okay. I did not say anything. You're only feeling apologetic. So fine. So any questions for Bhavani? I appreciate your initiative to come and present. So that's good. And we will discuss more about it. But meanwhile, anyone has any questions for Bhavani? So let's open the field for Bhavani to answer questions. Nobody has any questions for her? Suddenly Sadik and what is that, Sriram have also become quiet. So you're not done, okay? Both of you, just because you presented doesn't mean that you need not watch others. Sadik and Sriram. Okay. Presenting is one part, listening to others is also another part, okay? Not just to you two, I'm telling everybody. So anyone has any questions for Bhavani? Okay, who can repeat what Bhavani presented, at least the topics? Okay, someone is saying I don't have a mic and camera, so I can't help it. So if you have a question and you want to ask, I can't help it. Okay, that's Sadik. I'm listening, sir, and I have a question. Sir, don't have any camera. But what happened suddenly, Sadik? How come you shifted to desktop? You were all this while on a. Okay, your mobile got. Okay, completely dead. Okay, who else? What about the others? Okay. So the point is, especially when you're presenting something like these kind of things, I asked you to pick up some topics and present them on screen and you had an opportunity. It's always a good idea to have some visuals to present, because attention span will be very difficult for people to keep focused, right? You kept on talking like 15-20 minutes. So even with that 10 minutes of talking which Sadik and Shriram did, they were able to hold the attention because of the presentation. If they did not have the presentation, it would have been a little less impactful, right? Although yes, if you're very passionate about the topic and you're really completely in command and you want to, these kind of situations where you're doing an assignment and you've come and you have an opportunity to present, right? I didn't say you can't present. So I don't know what stopped you from creating a PowerPoint. You know what a PowerPoint is, right?
Yes, sir.
And you can create a PowerPoint. Is it easy for you? Do you know how to do it?
Yes, sir. Actually, I did, sir. A little bit I didn't do, sir, so I was not present at this one.
Why did you not do it? Why did you not complete it?
Because of power connection, sir.
So because you did
There
not
is
get
no
time.
power.
Because
No,
of
sir.
time.
No, sir. There is no power, sir. Of us 5 hours.
Okay, so no,
So
no
actually,
power in the sense you're not connected to this. You're calling from mobile right now, is it?
no, sir. Actually, in my area there is no power, sir. So actually, I first of all I gathered every information, sir. I thought after a few years I want to display in PowerPoint.
Okay.
But there is no power, sir. Otherwise, I am going to present.
Otherwise, you were planning to do a PowerPoint presentation.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So that's a feedback. So next time, take all that into consideration. And if you are given more time, you will do it. So I'll accept that. That's fine. So it will become more impactful. People will understand what you're saying. They will also remember better, because if you're talking without presenting anything, it's a little, especially in today's times, people's attention span is very less. So if you have to create an impact, you should have some, unless you're talking something which is not requiring a presentation. In this case, it was requiring, right? So that is one. So, all right. So we are at 4:44 now. Thank you, Bhavani. So again, a round of applause to everybody, all those who presented. Anybody else, one last chance for anyone else who wants to present, but with a presentation, with a PowerPoint presentation. Without that, no chance. Okay, so nobody else is ready. So that's a little sad, actually. I gave this assignment was for everybody, not for just these three, right? All right, so next time we will have this. You already have a feedback from me. So next time, all those who have not presented, you still have a chance. Next time you come back with a presentation and then we'll do that. So you can mute yourself now, Bhavani. We'll go on to the next topic. Now, what I want you to do is, again, all of you, we will have a quick, how many of you are there? Let's see how many are still participating. Gradually, one by one, people are trickling out. I thought people will start trickling in because it's becoming evening and you're free from your classes and sessions, but it's happening the other way around. So first it was 3 lines, 3 rows of hands which were raised. Now it is just 2.5. All those who are students, please raise your hands. I mean, virtually as a reaction, so that I know that you are a student who's participating. All right. I mean, I meant on the screen, not on that reaction. Chandrakant and the others. I meant, yeah, your image already shows a hand that's raised, so that's okay. I understand. So I just want to make sure who is the student, and I can, kind of identify, because otherwise in this whole group, it's I can't figure out who's a student and who's not a student. All right, so let's do an exercise now. So who wants to play a game? Again, another game. Next level of game, another game. Okay, all those who want to play a game can type yes in the chat box. Because otherwise, no, I'm asking you to do all this chatting and all that so that you do some activity. Otherwise, sitting like this and hearing for 3 hours is going to be pretty boring, okay? You'll all fall asleep. Okay, yes, but I'm in bus. Okay. Okay, I mean, try not to be in a bus next time when you're doing these sessions. Okay, who else? Okay, a lot of you want to play that game. Okay, it's an interesting game. So next level, yesterday we did a simpler game. This is a little more complicated. Okay, so imagine, so how many of you buy clothes online? You all said you buy clothes online, right? A lot of you buy clothes online. Where do you buy those clothes? Can you type, how do you buy online? What app? I mean, I'm also curious because I really don't buy online. So I want to know, I want to educate myself, right? All the young people can educate me where to buy clothes online. Flipkart, Myntra, Bonkers, Meesho, Amazon. Okay, where else? Chio. Okay, wonderful. So you're all digitally savvy, individuals. You all know lots of technology, but you're all fearful of technology. Some reason. Okay, for some reason. Okay, so now imagine there is a company which is where you buy your clothes, and let's make it more digital. So you're buying things, it's got an online presence also. That means to say you are able to buy online. You can also go to their store and purchase in whatever way they sell. So the problem is that is one company, and then there is another company which is maybe not as good as the other company or their competition, and their customers to engage with that brand, with that company. They are not finding, so the customers are not finding it very interesting. They're not finding it very exciting. And they're switching their preference to the other company and going there to buy their clothes. So for example, let's say you were buying your clothes from a particular place all this while, and suddenly you find that you're finding something else more interesting, and the customers are becoming less loyal with this company A. That is the problematic company, right? So company A, you can give it any name or whatever you want to. So I will leave that to you. All right, so this is the situation, and company A wants to become more relevant, and company A wants to use technology because they're not using the technologies in the right way. They want to change themselves, or they want to adapt to the new systems so that they don't lose customers, so that they have more business, and so that they are able to stay relevant in the digital economy. All right, so that is the problem. That is a big problem. You can make it simpler for yourself. So that is the problem. Now, all of you, like yesterday, it is the same approach. All those who are individually present will be one team, and then they'll be discussing. And all those who are in groups in their classrooms, they will be one team, right? So like, for example, Kionics Hubli will be one team, and then we have Vaishali Computers will be one team. Srishti Infotech will be one team. So they are all going to do it like yesterday, exactly, because let's follow that model because that's working out. And all the others who are there individually, they'll be one team. Okay, so you have to interact, and you have to choose your team leader or interact and discuss amongst yourselves. And maybe the students in their groups can mute or not hear what's going on here for a little while. So it's 4:50 now. So let's do it for 20 minutes. So like by 5:10, we will do it. So I didn't tell you what you have to do. I only told you what the problem is. What you have to do is you have to discuss amongst yourselves, and you have to find a solution. You have to find a solution to solve the problem of company A, to get more customers and all of that, using new age technologies and all of that. That is one. The second thing is you have to come up with the dumbest solutions. The dumbest solutions, right? The most illogical solutions which you can think of. That is the game. Okay. You can think it is, really, really dumb, but the dumbest solutions will win the best prize. Is that okay? Did you understand? Who did not understand? All of you understood? Whoever did not understand can type did not understand. Those of you who understood can type yes, I understood. Or you can type understood. You have to come up with the dumbest questions. Or if you have dumbest solutions. If you have questions, please ask me now. Didn't understand. So Yusuf says didn't understand. Didn't understand. So dumbest in the sense the silliest and the most illogical solution. If you can think of, you have to really,
Sorry, sir.
Yeah.
Sir,
Yes, Yusuf.
I did not understand your question, sir. I'm getting the voice glitch, so I know you are clear, sir. So I'm asking the question. What is the question, sir?
Okay. So since you're part of the online team, your team members will clarify that doubt for yourself. Others, those who has understood this?
Okay.
Who has understood this? Can someone explain to the rest of them, whoever has understood? Who else has not understood? Srishti Infotech is saying, please repeat. So what I'm saying is you have to find a solution for company A, but the solution, you have to think of the most weird solution, the most, something which you can't imagine, or something which is very dumb, or something which is silly. Yeah, if you think it is silly and you're afraid that this might not fly, so let me, if you think it can't fly, just actually that can, you have to list down that solution. So I just want a list of solutions. I don't want any detailed thing, but I just want you to think of what are the most weird ways in which they can solve this problem for themselves. And make the problem is how to get back their customers, how to engage their customers. And the solutions obviously have to use some technology or some new technology that you can think of, some dumb technology today. So someone like, so today, if you all are, maybe you all were aware of, mobile phones since, for a long time. If someone said that you can have some device where you can actually watch movies and where you can actually, do everything, practically almost all the activities, like banking and all of those things you can do online, that would be a dumb idea in those days, right? People would think, oh, are you imagining? It's science fiction. It's really impossible, right? So I want you to think of some impossible solutions for this problem statement. All right. Is this clear? Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
All right, so I think it is clear. So for the next 20 minutes, do this exercise, and we will discuss this after 20. So it's 4:55, 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, so I'm going to hand over the ball to all of you now. All right, go ahead. Your time starts now.
Hello.
Hello, online team.
Hi.
Again, we are back here. Something new. Hello.
Okay. So let's discuss.
Can anyone like initiate or when like starting trouble will be having? So I'm not getting.
Yeah, what's the content now?
Actually,
I'm so sorry. Can you repeat what exactly it is? I missed a little bit in between because of network issue.
Okay,
Yeah,
I would
there
like
was some
to repeat,
interference. Could anyone, there was some interference in the network. Could anyone tell me what is the present scenario here?
Okay. Shall I inform you? Okay.
Yeah.
Good evening. I'm Sadik from Shimoga Chirag Infotech. Okay, so the assignment or the activity is, sir has given us a situation. Okay, so we have a brand. For example, we have a clothing brand, anything, ABC, anything. We have a clothing brand. So our business is in danger, or it is very running very low.
Decline.
Yeah.
Okay, it's running very low. So we don't have really much customers who are engaging in our business. So now we need to find a solution for this problem. But the trick is we have to find the dumbest solution. Means silly solution.
Strategies silly things like silly activities can drag our customers back to our business. Like, I think.
I hope everyone got the point.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
So we have to find the dumbest solution to increase our marketing.
Yeah, it's first it goes with the discount. Before discount again it goes with the activities like for advertisement. Vigorous advertisement.
It should be dumb, not like this. Like which is not possible also can be a dumbest solution. As you said, discounts like 90% off, or sometimes buy one get three frees. Like,
but sir said it
Buy one,
should
get three.
include some technology, using technology. He said technology.
Technology.
We would like to take help from the commerce marketing background. So
Yeah, you from I think
Yeah,
so for online it like Google Ads in between what we can view when the YouTube stream goes on. So in between what we can see the few advertisements between stuff. So that's also one the digital idea. And second one is Google advertisement. So
those may not be a
actual
dumbest
solution,
one,
I
right?
think. Yeah.
Another one thing, I request everyone, please at least talk, like at least unmute yourself and talk, because if you don't talk, like it will be like just we four are discussing and it will feel awkward, like we are not including you. So I hope, so if everyone can talk one by one or give your suggestions, we can do something. So okay, let's make it simple. Okay, so first of all, let's name our company. So what you're saying? Let's give a unique name for our company. Then we will give a name or specific application or something. Then we will start our finding the solution for our problem. So does anyone have any creative names in their mind?
so
Anyone?
Prodigy Institute. Oh, Prodigy Firm.
Prodigy.
Yeah. PIODI. Prodigy.
Prodigy. FODEGY.
No, P starts with P.
PHO.
PRODIGY.
Mr. Guru Prasad, I couldn't hear you.
No, I repeat. Yeah, some network disturbance, not an issue. I said Prodigy. PRODIGY.
Okay, Prodigy. Okay.
Yes.
Let's do one thing. Those who have the creative names in their mind, please one by one give their names, and we will list it down, and then we will figure it out which is better. Is it okay?
Yeah, it's better. Everyone gets a chance to share their
thoughts. That's why I'm asking everyone, please interact with us so we can take your feedback. So those like many of you may text in the chat box.
Pamphlet.
Team Iconics.
Okay, Punit Shetty, repeat. Mr. Punit Shetty, can you please repeat?
Team Iconics.
Team Icons.
Iconics.
Iconics. Okay, Team Iconics. Okay, next Aisha. Okay.
No, actually, she is traveling in bus, so she couldn't speak.
Okay, no problem. Okay, Priyanka, you give. If you have any.
No, I don't have any.
Okay, Uzma. Miss Uzma.
I'm still thinking.
Okay,
I
no
think
problem.
the time only goes in 5 minutes or 10 minutes only collecting the thoughts.
Yeah,
you just
like
Yeah, you just only tell in a sentence so that whoever comes lovingly and willingly, let them give chance and go ahead.
Yeah.
Team attire.
Team attire.
Attire is the good one, I think.
We don't need to give that this word team. We have the name company.
Yeah, you can like I have few options like attire or vastra.
Vastra is
Or a very odd and silly thing is batte and batte angadi. You can keep
I just
it.
thought just
Because the idea is to find the dumb one, so you can
Dumb
even
one,
go
yes.
the funny name also for the company. You keep it like a batte angadi, and then we find the dumb
How is
idea
it?
for that.
Batte Bazaar. Batte Bazaar.
Yeah, that is also
Yeah,
fine. Yeah,
a fine one. Yes. I agree.
batte bazaar is good. Yeah.
Yes.
Batte Bazaar. Is it okay with everyone?
I agree.
Yeah. I agree.
Okay, so we have our company Batte Bazaar. So now our problem is we are failing to.
We are running out of time.
One second. Okay, you guys please discuss. I will be back in 2 minutes.
So anyone, any answers, please? What is the
Sponsors.
solution? What is
Sponsors.
the solution?
Sponsors for cricket teams. That's like we can increase our sales by we can sponsors.
Sponsor.
You want
Okay,
to-
like ambassadors. Yes, I got it. But that would be
That doesn't include technology, I think.
No, like not everything must be in technology, right? Like sometimes we will go out of technology also, but the answers would be in the dumbest way or a most silliest way.
Buy one get two free.
Get 3 or 4 frees like that, and 90% off can also be the. Please, can all of you speak?
Thinking is in process. All are silent, I guess.
Yeah.
Actually, there are a lot of students who are just listening. They are just not opening their mouths.
Maybe I can think a dumbest idea. Maybe you might laugh at me. But then,
Yeah, it's okay.
let's say we go to park
That
and
will be the
people
best
will
one, I think.
be crying for the reason. So you give your brand cloth and tell that this is the good observe band and you can use it in handy.
I couldn't get it.
Yes,
Can you
ma'am.
please repeat
Even
it?
I couldn't get.
Okay, let's imagine a scenario where you go to park or imagine that you're going to Lal Bagh Kabban Park. You see many people there. Okay, you see many people crying also for their reason. So give your cloth brand and say, this is good observant and use it as a hanky maybe.
Yes, I
All
think.
breakups, right?
Anything you can take it as.
Okay, it's
So
best.
people will have
best
many
leave
problems.
it.
So n number of problems. So it can be breakup. It can be a loss. Anything, a pet loss or anything, any loss. So cry is a word for that. Cry is an action. So for that, you give your brand cloth and say this is a good absorbent, and at least this moment, this will help
They are
solve your
already
problem.
frustrated. If it would have been given to the observer,
So
then
what
they
is like the
feel
summary
more.
or one line word for this this scenario? Ma'am, it is really good idea, but
I'm
just
thinking again. Thinking a catchy line is again a task. So I'm thinking what to do.
Okay,
Let me think.
let's
I'll come
keep
back.
it. Let's keep that idea. I said let Uzma think about that. We can make more also. That's really nice, Miss Uzma.
Yeah.
how is that?
No, and did
No,
sir
actually that was Sauma ma'am, actually.
Yeah, you can call me
Soumya.
Soumya.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, Soumya. Miss Soumya. I think we can call everyone as Miss and
By
Mr.
name, yeah. No need of even Mr. or Miss. I think everyone will agree with me. You can call me by name. Call everybody by name.
Okay. So we got the one idea, that is giving the napkin handkerchief for the one who is crying. Nice.
I think that
Another
is
one.
included in the advertisement, right?
Yeah, we need to improve our marketing now. We can use like
So have your
another.
guys surround in a park. That's what I meant. Like have your guys surround in a park and see the scenario and grab the opportunity. That's what I was trying to tell.
We
It's like
couldn't get it.
marketing in person. And maybe technology wise, I'm thinking like use the drones to drop the cloths for the same scenario. And have your brand name printed on that.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
Use drones, like have a guy or have a team sit in a park, use drone to search for the scenario, and then hang your cloth also just in case for the drone, and then drop wherever you see wherever you find the chance, drop it there, and that brand name should be printed on that cloth or hanky, whatever you're giving. This is what I'm thinking. Like I could think of a dumbest idea.
Yeah, we can note it down too. We can give multiple ideas, isn't it?
I have one idea. Can I share?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Let's
I
say
found some idea.
someone cannot afford the clothes that our brand sell, so use it once and return it, like some.
Yeah, this also works.
Means giving for rent.
Like rent. Okay.
And I saw in someone like chat box that if what if we give discount to the teenagers between 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. it can surely increase the sales after the college time. So the person who does shopping in college students or teenagers.
Yeah,
4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Anybody can shop at that time.
Yeah, and like that is some marketing strategy. What usually the salesman does.
Yeah, we can add it too.
We can add it.
Please, someone please note it down.
Yeah,
because
I'll
I'm
Priyanka,
outside.
are you noting it?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Soumya, I'm noting. One is discount for the teenagers between 4 to 6 p.m. Right?
ಅಂಕುಶ್ ಒಬ್ರೇ ಹೋಗ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ? Oh, I'm sorry, my mic is on.
And Soumya, can you come again with your idea?
Yeah, I'm writing actually. Find a scenario like park or so. Use drone. Find a chance or find a right chance, and drop a hanky or cloth piece with a brand name written. Or I'm typing it down, Priyanka, if it helps you.
Yeah, it really helps me.
Okay, thank you so much. I'm also like writing down the other ideas also that is there in the chat. If that helps you.
Yes, I can. I'll see.
Who gave that idea about the crying persons?
Me.
Soumya.
Soumya.
Okay.
And
I'll write the name also. Who has given the
I
discount for
think
teenagers?
Sinchana Nayak had given that discount to the teenagers between 4 to 6 p.m.
Sindhu Nayak, right?
Sinchu, it is.
Sinchu.
Sinchu, sorry. Okay. Okay. Right.
And also I have another one idea. Shall I share it?
Yes.
As we have the company called Patte Bazaar, so we can do one thing, like in every Saturday or Sunday, we can choose one day, then we can conduct some reels competition, because most of the users or the teenagers are doing the reels and making the reels, and we will do
That is
teen,
very trendy.
reel competition, and those who wins with that reel, we will give the gift hampers of our company.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like that way, but the rule is they have to mention our company, or they have to
Tag.
Like they have to
tag the
advertise
page.
our company. Yes.
No, they have to use our product. They have to use one of our clothes and make a reel on it.
Like
So that's
paid
why,
promotions.
Yeah.
they can have the views. They will get the views. Of course, they will get the fame, and we will get the marketing. So by that way, they will purchase our products also. It will get marketed and promoted also, and they will receive the gift hampers for their.
But this is the smartest idea, I think, not dumbest.
Yeah, correct.
And sorry for the interruption. I have got one more like message that how about fake appreciation, like telling people you look the best in this outfit, this dress suits you the best, like fake appreciation.
Yes, this is also good. I'll write down.
That's what all the companies do, isn't it? Even if it doesn't match on your body, they will
What
say,
if
"Oh,
we
you are
don't
looking
look?
like Salman Khan." Yeah, we can add it too.
Nowadays, all the
Last,
dumbest ideas are
Yes, I'm
working like
adding.
smartest ideas.
I just came up with the same idea, but some different terminology. We can set one more rule, that they have to make the funniest video.
Yes.
Sorry, come again, Sadik.
Like, can I put it like in one bunch your ideas?
Yeah.
What I was thinking something else.
You're lost in between.
Yes.
Sadik, help her. She forgot. Maybe she
What
lost the
happened?
thread.
What were you saying?
Okay, we have some ideas. The first one is the park.
No.
Sorry, I couldn't-
The one that you were telling, right? Just
Okay,
Now at
okay.
present, what are you telling?
Okay, shall I repeat, or you got the point?
Okay.
No, you should repeat. I forgot everything.
Okay. So my idea is, as our company is about Batte Bazaar, so every Saturday or Sunday, or every
that is written, Sadik. I have
funniest
noted down.
video.
The next one that you told.
No, I'm
Funniest
The
video
idea
or
is same.
funniest reel.
Okay.
Funniest
I just want to
reel, let me
change.
say.
I just want to
Funniest
add the
reels
rule
should
for
be
the
made. Okay. Funniest reels should be made at every Sundays or Saturdays.
Using our products.
Presenting our what is that? Batte Bazaar.
No, don't type presenting. You take the word using our product. That's all. Using our clothes.
Funniest video should be made. Okay.
Okay.
Will feature
We
on
have
a
4.
like on a application or something.
Can somebody listen her so that I'm writing?
Yes, Miss Soumya, please repeat it.
Uzma, she is, I think. Uzma.
Yeah, Priyanka, I'm
Yeah.
writing it.
I was saying every Saturday or Sunday funny video, they should make funny video, and we'll add that rule that we'll upload their video on our online application.
To get featured on the page.
Featured on the page, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Feature that on.
And digitally, you can have the reviews of the customers, those who already paid the products. That may augment the sales of the business.
Yeah.
So do you mean getting feedback, Guru Prasad?
Yes. Getting the feedback. Getting feedback and review. You can either you can display on the some kind of notice board, or can display on the online. So that boost and augment the business.
Okay. Okay. So we have
And
1, 2, 3, 4, 5
uh,
ideas.
one more idea.
Okay.
You try to lower the manufacturing cost of the particular item, or else, in other words, we can say it, to reduce the buying price to wholesale price. So where you will be getting the higher margin.
Can you please repeat the same?
Reduction in the purchasing cost.
Reduction
Simple
in
word.
purchasing cost.
Meaning giving discounts or reducing the original price.
No. Original price from the buyer, main buyer.
Okay.
Okay, from what the price you have buy, like you got
Yeah,
it,
if I would,
you
if I
should
would have
reduce
buy at
even
100,
more.
if I would have buy at 100 rupee, I may sell at 130, 140. So if I sell at 130, I may get the 130 rupees of
30
profit.
rupees, okay, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Again, if you want to augment, you compete. There should be some competitive positioning in the market. Meanwhile, you can say it 110, 115, where you can purchase cost would be the 90 to 95, 80 to 85. So in that words, just I've been expressed.
Hello.
So in simple words, you can say purchase cost to be lower.
Reduction.
Lowering the purchase cost.
Lowering.
Okay, lowering the purchase cost.
Can I
Priyanka,
speak?
did you note down my idea?
Yes,
Renting
please.
clothes.
Okay, yes.
Yes,
Yes, can
Aisha,
you?
tell me.
You can.
Actually, as sir said, dumbest idea. I think blackmailing is also one of the idea.
Blackmailing, you mean?
Improve.
What?
I did
No,
not get it.
Your voice is breaking. Your voice is breaking, Aisha.
Now?
Can you speak like something?
Is that clear?
Yeah, now it's clear.
Okay. Actually, I'm telling to improve marketing, like as dumbest idea, I suggest as blackmailing.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
even here,
Yeah,
if the chance
give us a scenario,
somebody,
like how do you exactly blackmail?
I think like if you don't buy our clothes, it will be
Yeah, that is
undergoing
called
accident today.
negative marketing. Negative marketing strategies.
Yes. Like that is one example, I think. I don't know.
All right. So I think we are at 5:19. Sorry to interrupt. I think we are at 5:19. How much time do you think you will take? You will need another. I think there are a lot of ideas I was hearing through. There were some things that were coming through. What about the centers? Are you ready? Have you discussed?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's been discussed.
Okay, not the online, the other group. I'm talking about the centers, Shrishti Infotech and the others, Kianix, Hubli, and which is the other one, Chirag Infotech. Have you been able to discuss? Shrishti Infotech, have you discussed?
Yes, sir.
Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what about the other teams? Are you ready? Chirag Infotech. Kianix Hubli, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so quickly, since we won't have time to go through all of it today, we will, also do this, the next part, or the extend this exercise to the next session. But what I want you to do is, each of the teams, can you just explain your topmost idea, and then I'll give you more hints. You can think through individually, and then again, when we reconvene for the next session, we'll be covering whatever you missed out in terms of your thinking this time, and connect it to that, and then we'll do this exercise. And we'll also cover some of those topics that you were expecting in terms of technologies like SAP and web development and AI. I also told you to connect this with technology, right? All your dumbest ideas. So yeah, so can we have one idea each, the topmost that you've thought of from your teams? Let's hear from Shrishti Infotech first.
So the topmost good idea that we discussed here is
Topmost good idea or topmost dumbest idea?
good idea, sir.
No, I want the topmost, most
idea.
weird, most imaginative, or most unimaginable idea.
Okay, so the dumbest idea is our online shop. What we have, the owner of the online shop could create a virtual room, and he'll invite all the customers to it, and he will also put that room in a live session through YouTube and other television channels and all. So what this owner will do is, when all the people are attending this owner of the online shop will say to the people through live stream that if they don't purchase the product from his company, he would probably commit suicide.
But where is this technology involved in this?
Sir, he is creating a virtual room for everyone.
Virtual room. But virtual room is already there, no? It's not something new. It's not something. The idea is crazy, but technology application is not really very weird. Is it really imagine? I gave you an example also. So that is the reason I want you to think in that direction. Like, for example, what example did I give? I gave you the example of a smartphone, right? Many years ago, smartphone was an unimaginable thing. It was I think if someone said you will have a device in your hand where you can actually do banking, where you can attend your classrooms on your device, you can do online banking, you can attend hospital visits, consulting on your device, you can do all of that. Someone would say that you are dumb and you don't understand anything and it's not possible. It's completely unimaginable. Yes or no? So I gave you an example. So I want something on those lines, right? So this idea, you spent a lot of time in this, but virtual rooms are already there. There's nothing very innovative about this. And the other aspect of the idea is crazy, but yeah, I mean, I want something, you're getting what I want, right?
Yes, sir.
Understanding? So anyway, so next session, you all have to think through this from this perspective, right? Most imaginative, most creative, or something which people will think it's dumb. There was a time when people used to say that Earth is not round, it's flat. You know that, right? There was a time when people used to say that Earth is flat. And then someone said it's round, and they would say that it's really dumb that you're saying that, right? So I want you to think in those lines, right? I want you, maybe I did not put it in the right way, but that's what I want you to think through. Okay. So think about it. And then next time, I'm not shooting down your ideas. I'm not saying anything about it, but I think all of you were missing this aspect. So I just wanted to highlight that. Think through this. And next time when we reconvene, it's the same teams. It's going to be the same teams. You will have, again, at that time, you would have thought through individually. And again, you'll come back collectively and think. All right. Okay. Next team, what is your idea? Can I hear from the other team?
Hi, sir. Yusuf from Vaishali Computers.
Go ahead.
Sir, my plan is it's dumb and that's a unique way.
So Vaishali Computers, you are the only person, or is there anyone else along with you?
No, sir. I'm attending online classes.
Sorry?
Sir, Bhavani also is there, sir. My teammates also is there, sir.
So where are all those teammates? Are they in a classroom or are you all attending online? I mean,
sir, I'm attending. They're in classroom, sir. I'm attending online.
So why is the classroom video not on? Can I get the classroom video on? All those who are in a classroom, I want to see them on. All those who are not in a classroom, those were part of the other team, the larger team. I mean, those who are discussing. All those who are in a classroom, they are one team. That was the idea, because we don't have a way of breaking you into teams. I would have loved to have that enabled, but that's not there. That's the reason we did it. Yesterday we did it this way, right? So which is the other team? Kionic Subli, can you tell me?
Kionic Subli.
Yeah.
Sir, we are into cloths business. So our shop name is Kionic Subli.
Okay.
opposite to our shop, a big person, successful, with the help of technology, is driving a very good business. Recently established, ours was an established business, and is taking customers from our shop. So it's a crisis situation for us. So our advertisement goes like this.
So yeah, so you're changing the advertising. That is the, I just want one idea right now, not all the ideas, just one of your best ideas.
Yeah, one technologically dumb idea I'll give, sir. So it will go on WhatsApp.
Okay.
So we are into clothes business. जो तुम भूल के आओगे वो तुम पहन के जाओगे.
Okay.
Yani, how to implement it through technology? So you need to come from your home to our shop. Okay. जो तुम नहीं पहन के आओगे वो तुम पहन के जाओगे.
Okay.
So you coming from your home to our shop will be live on Facebook.
Okay. So, but what is the tech? Okay, where is technology being used, and how is technology, or what is that new way of doing this technology? What is so innovative about this?
So it will be live on Facebook.
Okay.
So and WhatsApp also. So our shops, we guys will be recording and we'll be preparing the clippings and we'll be circulating on the WhatsApp. So our idea is to make this viral. A person, one person may come without a shirt to our shop. He walking across the lanes, streets in the city will be live, and it will be one of the situation will go live across the city.
Okay.
This is our assumption.
Okay.
One person.
So you're using existing technologies. You're using existing technologies, existing tools and things like that. But can you think of something very, okay, maybe the word or dumbest was not the best way of putting it across. Can you think of something very, in terms of technology, in terms of some solution, like I gave you this example of smartphone. Can you think of something like that? I'm not shooting down your ideas again. Think of this, and next time when you come, we will resume this exercise. Is that okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay, think through something which you can, which is not existing today, but you can think of something like that, something which is like, I don't want to give you ideas because I want you to think through something which can become a technological reality in future. Right?
Okay.
Like, for example, the smartphone, which might have been an idea in our minds earlier. How I wish there was something where I could do all of these things. But tomorrow, but today it is a reality, right? It is a technical reality that we have a smartphone, a device which can actually do all of those things, where you can listen to songs, where you can listen to new movies and all of that. So from that perspective, can you come up with some strange ideas, weird ideas? Okay. So think about it. I'm not shooting down your ideas or whatever you've done. Think about it. And next time we'll come and discuss this, extend this beyond this at this point. Okay. Okay. What about the other team? What about the other team? The same thinking goes to you as well. So what about the other team, which was all this online individuals?
Yeah. Hi, sir. Soumya here, and
Yeah.
I'm representing online group. Yeah, we have kept the name as Batte Bazaar.
Okay.
As a brand name, and the idea goes like this. Like earlier when we started this conversation and others expressed their idea, the idea was to use drone, but instead I got a idea instantly, which is not in market maybe right now.
Okay.
A scenario is like maybe it's a ground where a cricket match is being played, or football, or even a park where people are walking around, or if somebody is sitting and crying, or if it is in a park, somebody is sitting and crying, or somebody is consoling. And if it is a sports event, cricket, and people sweat, football and people sweat. So we use a stick kind of, which is kind of a joystick, a smart one. You sit on that, like you might have seen in a movie where I'm not getting that character very famous. So you sit in there, and it looks like a broom or kind of. So sit on that, and with your hand gesture, if you show your palm towards up, you raise it from the ground. and go and use your hand gestures to move right or left. And then again to ground from the sky, you move your show your palm towards the ground, and you come down, and then you drop your cloth or hanky for the person who is sweating or for the person who is crying. And then that's like your Bate Bazaar brand name will be printed on the cloth, and that way you can move around within a swift and you can even advertise using this. And that way you can make many people know that you have this brand, and that is affordable, and you can just go and fetch it or go and buy it.
Sir, it's a kind of witch in Harry Potter, sir. How the
Yeah,
witch
exactly. I was not getting that name, but yeah, something like that. So for this, we will have to have a team who is like in and around, use this stick and go around and then spread the news.
Okay, so again, I'm not judging or evaluating it right now. You go back and think through on the feedback that I have given all of you, and then next time when we reconvene, I want you to, so for instance, I gave you the example of smartphone. I can give you some more examples, but I don't want to feed you with those, because then you will start only thinking on those lines. So come back with some ideas where it can become a technical challenge today, but it can seem to be a technical challenge today, but tomorrow it might be a reality, right? Some such kind of ideas. Think through. I'm not expecting that you will come through, many of those and things like that. But the idea is for you to think through, and also how will you make it possible? What kind of technologies do you think will make it possible? Something like that on those lines, if you can think. All right. And another point of this thing is that all of you are thinking only from the marketing perspective or promotion perspective. So the other point I wanted to tell is that the customer can disengage with the brand for different reasons, not just because of the marketing. It could be for other reasons also. So for that, how will you find out yesterday we spoke about problem solving. You haven't started with the problem solving approach. You haven't asked questions. Why are the customers not coming? Right? You did not start with that approach, all of you. You just you jumped into finding solutions which you thought were, according to the assignment. But the point is, you need to also, what about the learning from the previous session? Right? What about the application of some of the technologies? What about the identification of the actual problem statement? Is it that I gave you a broad problem statement, but do you really know why they are being disloyal, or why they are moving on to the other customers? Have you identified that problem? Have you made some assumptions? Yeah. So next time we will see, in this scenario and in other scenarios, how do you identify the problem? And then how do you find solutions? And then another hint is, you can look at all these technologies. We already had a session where all of you presented, some of you presented on IoT. Then we have, concepts from web development. Nobody is talking about an app development or user experience. Right? So you have enough time because the next session is after a few days. So till then, you do your research, come back, and we will look at something called as a customer journey as well. I will touch upon that because that's outside the scope of this discussion. But that is like a good way of identifying problem areas, right? Problem areas in this situation or in some other situation. We'll see how we can do that. And then applying technologies to see what technologies can be used to solve that problem and how it can become an actual solution, right? So that's the approach we will take. And we will look at that tomorrow, in the next session, right? So we will stop here for today, and I can answer a few questions if you have any questions, or I'll also be happy to hear any insights from today's session, your thoughts from today's session. How did it go? What did you like? What did you understand for the next 4 or 5 minutes? Yeah. All right. So the floor is open for you to talk once again. Any questions? Any questions? Any questions, any thoughts? Did you find the session interesting? Was it helpful? All right, there is absolute silence. So I'm assuming, yes, Ash is saying yes. There's just one chat response. All right, so in that case, we will stop for today. We will resume again in the next session. I'll hand it over to the organizing team. Thank you very much. You all
Excuse
have
me,
a-
sir.
Yeah.
Sir, next section, what is the, we have to prepare for this, you told now, sir. I have to prepare for that, sir.
Yeah, you have to prepare, extend this thing. You are individually, if you can get together, if there is a place where you can get together, nothing like it. But if you're not able to, at least you have the question, you have the exercise, you have to think through. And next time we'll again resume from this point on. Okay.
Yeah, okay, sir. Okay.
All right. All right. Then we will call it a day for today, and I'll hand it over to the organizing team, Kionics team. Thank
Yes,
you.
thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.